brakes and cut back inside. He should have kept running. That was his best chance, but I guess he thought he was gonna make something happen there. So I ain't
Shout
like
out,
that drive either.
shout out to the YouTube chat. We just got it in here, got it on with the YouTube chat. Appreciate you guys bearing with us. All you guys on out there on Facebook, man. Make sure that you guys go over to Point Game Official, or if you're checking this out in the Falcons Nation group, make sure you hit that, you vote on the poll question that we have between who's a better coordinator with Zach Robinson or old Art Smith.
Yeah, Arthur Smith. Yeah, that's a good question. It's really it makes you think. It's a make you think question.
Right, right. They about to start off here with Tua, man, and Hightower had a nice little stat. Oh man, you got to do better tackling.
Wide open. Let me see.
He had a nice stat saying how Tua leads the league, if I'm not mistaken, in multiple interception games.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, nah, I didn't necessarily double down on. That's a very obscure stat to even go to, so I just kind of take his word for it. And they got Bertrand out there even on that play. Like, I just feel like if Diablo's there, he gets to that, he makes that tackle. Like you see.
Yeah. Bertrand let him go. I don't think Bertrand was supposed to leave that zone though. Yeah, but he did. He kind of he did. Yeah, he didn't over pursue it though. That's the only thing. He didn't over pursue it.
He didn't over pursue it, so that is a consolation. But
yeah, I give him that. He didn't over pursue it. He got juked out his draws, but he didn't over pursue it. I give him that. But he didn't. It looked like he would. He didn't want to leave his zone on that play. Like it was like a. It would, that looked like it was like he was playing that curl zone, and he didn't want to leave it, and so that left that guy wide open. And they must was playing a cover 3 because there was nobody there. If they were playing a cover 2, somebody been sitting in that zone. So
let's see what they're gonna do right here.
That was weird looking. Okay.
I really want to see us turn around and hand the ball off 35 times this game. We need that a lot. We definitely need that this game with all the guys that we have out on. Not having, of course, Ray or Drake London out there. And do we have? Are they actually playing Mooney this game?
Playing who?
Mooney. Is Mooney playing?
I didn't. He wasn't on the list, so he should be playing.
Yeah,
I didn't see him on that list. Oh man, they man.
James Pierce
that
Jr.
dude
almost
back.
He almost made a play in the backfield right there. That's a place that I really they had that running play, and as they run toward that side and they try to, a lot of teams will try to trap us or kick out on our defensive edge, and we really miss having Jalen Walker out there. He's really good on first and second down and running downs. When they try to pull with that wham play with the tight ends on him, he does a really good job of stopping that in the backfield and even making the tackle sometimes. Although James Pierce Jr. made a really good play on that one as well too. He just wasn't able to make the tackle. Look, we got.
Okay, I got to see that again because I didn't see no penalty. Maybe they were fighting before.
Right. I want to see what they do on the replay with this.
Yeah, but I'm looking and I see Evaketi out there. He couldn't get through the block.
Yeah,
it really be hurting my eyes sometimes.
We're definitely gonna need a lot more out of Ebiketie this game.
Yeah, okay, that's what happened. Hughes hugged him up, but he didn't have to do that. He did not have to do that. He was right there. He was in position.
He may not be confident in his ball skills completely. We're definitely. I think we're gonna see a lot more of Fuller this game. We're talking about that too. Helms playing some of that linebacker or playing that role that we would have on passing downs, and even Fuller having some of that same role on some of those passing downs, but which kind of puts us in a weird position.
Right.
Bertrand is supposed to be better against the run, but he's going to be terrible with the pass. So if I'm Miami, I'm going to try to keep attacking us even on early downs with the pass. Oh, you got illegal formation on that one. But I
Yeah,
saw
I thought it was
somebody.
gonna be a hole. It
My
was a
bad. Go
legal
ahead.
formation. I thought it was gonna be a hole. I thought it was gonna be a hole, but it was a legal formation.
Now I saw one person.
Oh, he didn't get that.
I saw somebody say that they hope Mike McDaniels gets fired so that we could bring him back to Atlanta as the OC. And I'm like, Miami ain't doing too great with their offensive strategy either. They're doing a lot of dinking and dunking over the field and not really able to. He hadn't taken it to the next level.
Right. They were playing good like 2 years ago, but last year was not very good, and then like this year, just this ain't even worth mentioning.
Right.
This is the
Everybody
one.
check it. My bad. Go ahead.
This they 1-6. I was just saying they 1-6.
Everybody checking in on the YouTube chat, make sure you go over to the community page or you go over and hit our poll question about whether Zach Robinson or Arthur Smith is a better play caller. And I think they're gonna try to really run at us a lot with Devon Achane this game. They just picked up close to a first down on that last play, or 6 yards on that last play, and they going right back to him again. It's kind of bittersweet, man, because I got Devon Achane on my fantasy roster, so I don't want to see him having a great rushing day. I wouldn't be upset if he had like 10 receptions and maybe he scored a touchdown and we outscored them and he had some all-purpose yardage, but I don't want to see him like dragging us. I wouldn't be upset if he just was all of their offense this game and that's all they could get to, but we still win the game. That's kind of fantasy football, how you kind of playing those type of, mental jiu-jitsu type of things. So, which is why Raheem says for losers, right? Stats are for losers.
Right.
Let's see what they.
Come on, get there.
Oh God.
We can't get there.
We gotta stop. We gotta be able to stop teams when
They getting in these third and short situations, and it's we ain't they dragging us with these little short runs, just like San Francisco did. It's these short little runs. They're not gouging us. It's these little short little runs, third and 1, third and 2 type situations.
And I think this is gonna be a big litmus test for us this game as well too, because Ollie Gordon, he hadn't done great against other teams when they've been running the ball, but he's their more power back, and they're definitely backup running back. But if he turns around and has a huge game against us, that's gonna make us feel bad. Ooh, I like the way that who's that? AJ Terrell took on that lead blocker right there.
He blew that joint up, didn't he?
He blew that up, but the inside.
He did it last week too. He did. They got Trent Williams with. I don't know. I think that was. I don't know who that was, but somebody served Trent Williams last week. I'm talking about put it. Yeah, that was AJ. Ooh, AJ blew that up.
Hey, Derek Hughes said in the chat, in the Facebook chat, you got to stop the run, man. You are 100% right about that, brother. Definitely got to stop the run. We've been bend but don't break from that aspect, and shit, now we're in the red zone. We let them drive on us. I don't like this.
Oh, he dropped it.
He dropped that.
He was right there. He dropped that. He kind of threw it behind him, so it was not the best throw, but if it hit you in your hands, you got an opportunity.
You definitely supposed to hit. You definitely supposed to make that tackle. Make that catch if it hits you in the hand.
Oh, it hit him in the face mask. It hit him in the face, so it wasn't even. He just, I don't know what that was. It hit him in the face.
Is that the kid Malik Washington?
The big tall, that's the big tall lanky dude. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, I gotta pull up.
I know it hit. The ball beat him up.
Right.
Good job. He reached for it, but I don't think he got it. That fourth down, yup.
And see,
there your boy Gordon. That's a big boy. You ain't lying. He big as ever kitty.
Dude, he's huge. That dude is huge.
I don't know if Ebiketie ain't got, I don't know what it is, but he just cannot come off them blocks. I mean, he kind of got a little size to him, too, to say he can't. That he just let them dudes square him up, grab him all up in the pads, and just seize him like that. I don't know if he get off his legs or what. 4th and 1, they going for it.
They're going for it. Wow. We need this
Don't
right here. This is a big. Come on, Falcons. What are y'all doing? Yeah, there you go.
Did he get it?
Let's see if they gave
I
it
think
to
they
him.
gave it to him. Yeah, they gave it to him.
Ah, you gotta be kidding me.
I gotta see the replay.
He getting so hyped about that. Let's see it
He
right.
finna, yeah, he want that red. He got that red
He got
flag.
that red flag
Oh,
ready.
let me see.
Oh, no, he got that. Yeah, he got that.
No, or did the ball go over? Because it
It
was
looked
close.
like it. I mean, I don't think
It was
it was
close.
guaranteed enough to say he didn't.
It was close. That jump was close right there.
It was close, but
That was real close.
you gotta be a little more convincing on that one. I'm not sure I would throw that.
He trying to wait. He trying to wait. Yeah, he threw it.
He threw it.
That was close, man. That was worth.
I don't know if I'd have did that, man.
I was close, man. If it's close, you gotta kind of like you can't like because we get the ball back. That's possession, so you gotta do that, coach. Coach, you gotta do that.
I'm not upset.
You got to, man. Because that's possession. Like now, if it was like it was gonna be like they had another chance to get it, but no, we get the ball back if he win this. And that was close. I'm talking about you actually have to go to the film to see if he got it. That was close.
Right.
Yeah, I take that. Because you see the line to gain is right there, and he did not cross the line to gain.
Right.
The hash line, he didn't cross that hash line that was on this side of the field, and the marker was dead on the hash line, and he did not cross that, so he might win this one. But see, from the angles, it might look like he got it, right?
Right.
But if you look at the actual, woman lie, man lie, but them numbers, they don't lie. So them hashes, they gonna take.
I was looking at where the marker was and just looking across the field on the replay. Of course, they don't got the little imaginary line out there, but it looks like he got that. I'm not hoping that he got that. I hope.
Well, that's great. We split then. We gonna split on this one then, all right? So
see.
you say he got it. I say he did. I say he didn't. So we gonna see what it is. Yo, this is gonna be a good one. Cause he didn't cross that line in the game. Well, from what I saw, I'm looking at the actual hash stick. I think that ball has to cross that actual hash stick, and that was that close.
Yeah. Agreed. It was very close.
And this will be a win if we win it.
So the way that the replay works, right? You have to you have to have inconclusive evidence to overturn whatever they're going to overturn, right? So
right.
if you want to say that it was not a first down, it's got to be hands down. Definitely looks like it wasn't. If it looks too close, then that's the way they're supposed to do it. But of course, there's a whole error. There's a whole aura of human error element to that. So that's something.
But there's a line to gain there. The hash, the marker was on the hash, and so they could line it up and just see if he went past that hash line. So in the sense of being correct, you don't have the human element. You could actually take that out of this particular call for the line to gain. So I agree if it was like a catch and you had to see if he juggled the ball or something like that, as far as conclusive evidence to overturn, I can see that. But if he don't get that line of game, you either gonna make a bad call or so they gave it to him. Man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
They gave it to him. Okay, so you won that one.
I'm not happy about it.
Right. Yeah, that was a catch-22. So it was close. That was so close. That I don't see it because that's the line of game right there. Okay, well, but that hash, they did not pass that hash, and that was absolutely the line of game. You had to get past that hash stick to get the first down.
Right. So, and that's a time. We still scoreless, according to NFL.com. They have the Falcons at a 66% chance to win the game still right now. We'll see how that number changes as the game goes on. Like I I said, we're still.
It's gonna jump up and down as the game progresses.
That's
It's gonna
definitely
go
gonna change
up
the
and down,
game
up and down,
progress
up
for
and
sure.
down.
Yeah, this is a huge stance right here for the Falcons. I mean, and they trying
Because
you when they do that type of stuff. Look, we got to show
that's
that we
still
can.
too much. Too
So
much for that
us
top speed.
us being without Zach Harrison, that's one of the biggest losses right now for us because Zach Harrison allows us to do a lot more. We really gonna need Brandon Dorlus to step it up a lot more, but I think Brandon Dorlus probably offers a lot more in the pass rush than the run game.
That was a good tackle by D. Alford.
It's about time he did
The other
something.
thing,
We got him playing for Bowman as well.
right. Bowman is out.
Which is another reason I don't necessarily think that we need to go get another nickelback. Even if Bowman's gonna be out for a little bit. Well, I guess it depends on what's gonna be the rest of the year.
Wide open. Walk in touchdown.
And this is where I was worried about them hurting us a lot with the running back out of the backfield and the tight ends. Like we just don't have the linebackers
Yeah,
that
because
can
we
cover.
got the
Those
linebackers. They definitely
yeah,
suspect.
Kay Nellis is not a coverage linebacker like that.
They're like, no, he's not.
Yeah, he's better than what we had in some of the other guys, but he just doesn't. Like I'm even looking at it now. That just and it's very few people that could cover Devon Achane like that. Anyway, that dude runs like a 4.3 something, so he's got crazy deceptive speed in a burst. So it's really hard to get over there anyway. So that might have still been the same result even with Diablo out there, but I'm certain that we would have had a stop prior to that. May have been able to force some of those third downs, or even that fourth down. We would have been able to force that a little bit better. J.D. Bertrand just is not it. I'm wondering what they're seeing in practice to say, oh, I'm going to start J.D. Bertrand over Joshua Woods, because in the preseason, Woods was all over the field, man. And then even when I went to the practices, he was all over the field in practice, man.
Right.
You know, it's crazy.
I saw the same thing. So I don't really get this concept either. This whole Bertrand, give him a shot type of thing. Oh, I don't get it. He's proven to be. It's like when you got him and Kay Nellis out there, you got two players. They the same thing. And Kay Nellis, I want him to kind of do all the crazy stuff, all the blitzing and squaring off all the freestyling. So I would kind of let Bertrand do that too. So who's the pure linebacker?
I don't think Bertrand has that type of skill set.
He may not, but I would prefer to have him doing that than trying to get him to be a pure trying to pay pure linebacker right now. Like this in this juncture, I don't see anything that goes, oh, that's a linebacker right there. I just don't see that. I don't see it. That's just me though.
I am not mad at you saying that. That is a very, for the most part, true statement. Let me make sure we got Dope, who's going to be hopefully being able to check in with us. I have not been paying attention to the phone very much. Let me send out we're gonna get Money Mel in this thing as well too. Keeping the phone on silent. I didn't want to have all those things going off on me.
Right.
I'm kind of down a man today as well too. I would have had somebody here helping me a little bit more, but to streamline this process. But we still gonna make it do what it do because I'm the best damn AV tech in all of Atlanta.
Right.
This is gonna be an interesting drive right here, man. We really need to get out here and score at this point. Miami does not have a good defense, and you can run on them. Yeah, we went three. I don't like how we went 3 and out on that first drive. We gotta go.
No. And this is something where our offense is gonna have to it was kind of like last week where the defense is still kind of trying to figure it out what we need to do here. So we gotta get the offense situated real quick. See, last week the offense they never got settled. The defense was trying to figure it out, and the offense never got settled. So we're in that gray area right now where the offense really got it. They gotta just I don't know if everybody's out there trying to just me spitballing. I don't know if they're out there like trying not to screw up, right? Because that happens. Everybody get in their own head. Oh,
That's
I
true.
just don't want to screw up. I don't want to be the fault of everything. But hey, look, no guts, no glory for me, bro. I'm straight like that. Okay, that was a nice throw.
Nice.
That was a really nice
I like
throw.
that he was able to hit Pitts. I was a little bit concerned what that was going to mean for our offense with Kirk coming in as well as the passer, because he didn't go to Pitts a lot last year, but and Pitts was
Right.
open a
He
lot.
cut it loose then. That was a nice
That was
throw.
a
That was a
nice
great
strike
window.
right there to Pitts, man.
Yeah, that was a
Man,
great
Pitts might
window.
mess around, go for 100 yards today.
Right. This is his type of game though, because he found that zone real quick. And he was so fast that the dude had to turn his back. He didn't have no choice. He had to turn his back to the cover.
Absolutely.
I mean, to the cover. So anytime you know yourself. Once you get him to turn your back, you got him. Because you could throttle it down if they turn their back and bust if you smart enough player, you throttle it down and bust that head wide open. So that's what happened. The guy that was they were in a cover too. That was obvious. And so they were trying to run. They were trying to flow with him to close the window. And the guy that was going toward the sideline, the guy that was in the corner that was sitting on the outside, that squatted on the outside, he had to turn his back and take off running because Pitts was coming too hard. That should have opened up the run, but that was a good play. Who is that? 25. That looked like a safety down in there. Yeah, I think no, that's not a safety. That's a linebacker. Dodson.
I'm gonna pull up the players.
Come on, y'all. Let's get this run. Let's get this run game going. Let's just get a first down right now.
Listen, if you keep getting first downs, you will eventually get to the red zone, and I think they need to run it when they get in close into the red zone. And it's really that simple.
They tripping on the pistol. But Kirk came out in the pistol too. Yeah, their cousin. Throw it away.
We got rid of it. At least we know Kirk ain't theoretically gonna take a lot of sacks.
Right.
We'll
But he moving around pretty good too. He was moving like he wasn't moving around like that before.
Yeah, he looked like he's moving better than he was last year per se.
Right. But he got out good enough where he could throw the ball away and not get attention of grounding.
True.
I would have to see that play. That play didn't look right. That straight didn't look right. They going for it. 4th and 3.
4th and 3. Wow.
Well, we on their side of the field though.
We on their
so
side
this
of
is
the
that.
field. I don't know if I wanted. I'm not mad at
Throw it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good,
Got it.
good play.
That's what I needed. That damn spill route is gonna be there. And we have the running backs where you can do them little leaks and flares and all that. And it's gonna be there. And it's just like if you get the ball in their hands, they're so powerful. They're gonna get what you need. But Kirk almost held that thing 1 second too long.
Kirk was looking kind of.
Yeah, it was, man. The wonderful opportunity was closing, and he was already out there. But I think Kirk had to wait for it to clear so they wouldn't, deflect the pass. I think he was trying to wait for it to clear because it was there. And a lot of people like, but see, you don't know what the quarterback sees. That's always going to be the biggest thing. You don't know, like, if it's a guy that's like, he's falling right in front of you, you got to kind of wait for him to clear you because you can't cock it and get the full range of your throw. And even if you do, you can wind up injuring yourself, and you have to protect yourself. You don't want to do that. So we don't know what he sees. So he was there. He was open. And all you had to do, he had a good head of steam. You throw him, and how you say, throw him into the play.
Mm-hmm.
So, he almost held it 1 second too long, but he got rid of it.
And that's another thing a lot of people don't think about as well, too, that you have to, the way the play design is set up for some of that stuff, it will tell, especially on some of those option routes, the OC is telling you to trust the quarterback to not get you into a big hit situation.
Right.
And so,
Don't throw you to a hit. That's what
yeah,
Brett Favre, but they was all about to fight Brett Favre up in Green Bay about that because he would, I call it hanging them out to dry. And Brett Favre would hang, man, and back then, there was receivers that would not go across the middle back then, just because of the way they played
because of
football
the
back
way.
then.
Yep.
Yeah, back then you go across the middle, if you, man, they would knock your block off, and getting knocked out was just a regular thing. That wasn't like you go in a concussion protocol, or it was none of that.
Yep.
Leading with the crown of the helmet, it was none of that. Helmet to helmet, all that roughing the quarterback stuff, none of that, none of that. I mean, roughing the quarterback was like after the quarterback that threw the ball, and you run back there and pick him up and body slam him. That was roughing the quarterback
Agreed.
back then.
Agreed.
But now, if you hit him above the chest, the whole below the waistline thing came in. I think that was Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, was that Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady? That was Tom Brady.
Where they started changing up a lot of the rules after he got hurt.
Right.
Yeah,
And Aaron Rodgers was the falling on top of the quarterback because he broke his clavicle, which is this part of your collarbone. If you don't know that little bone right there, it was sticking out. So somebody fell on top of him, and the whole weight forced that clavicle out. So that stopped that, and it was Tom Brady that stopped hitting below the waistline. He got it out there, but that was not a good play design. But I see why Bijan went flat. Hell, it was 3 people out there. Okay, that they're in your playbook. You got to go to do X and O stuff now. They're in your playbook. If you look at that play, Bijan ran flat because there's 3 people out there in front of him. They didn't fool nobody. They didn't fool nobody on that.
Yeah, they know you're gonna be trying to get Bijan into space with a lot of those plays, and so.
Well, he got 3 yards off of it though. That's not bad, isn't it? Good stuff, Bijan.
If you get 3.5 yards every play.
That's what I'm saying. That's all you need. What's 3 times 4? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's simple mathematics.
Yep, you gonna get that 10 if you just 3 yards
right.
every play.
Just keep packing. And see, that what made Tom Brady so good. Tom Brady, everybody look at Tom. Tom Brady wasn't just. I mean, when he had like Randy Moss and I forgot the other wide receiver he had that was real good. He had a bunch of good wide receivers. He could really throw it, and Randy Moss would just make you look good. Get out of there! God dang it! He shouldn't have thrown it down. He tried to bounce it. That's not his thing. Algier is not a jump cutter. They gotta go for it now. They went for it with less than. Let's say they're in field goal range.
I ain't even mad at them going for it either because, I mean.
Well, they gotta kind of go for it. No, they're kicking it. But they're in field goal range. Before they were kicking, they weren't in field goal range.
Now I saw somebody say that Raheem gives up too many. He gives up on too many 3 yard. I mean, gives up too many opportunities on that he should go for take the points on the field goal.
Right.
I do wonder if
that's an if you know what though, because then if he keeps doing that, he becomes a Dan Campbell. And Dan Campbell's an idiot when it comes to some of them 4th down plays he goes for. Dan Campbell is like kind of stubborn with it. It's like it's an iffy and a whatty though. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Sometimes it's best just to take 3. Just get you some points on the board. The game is definitely not out of hand. So, and potentially they trying to get something going. We've got a backup quarterback plan. There's a lot of nuances that you can pour into that. They go, oh, he gives up on that. But just to say, like, in that instance, I kind of felt like they was going to go for it. But it was like, if it's in Parker Hesse's range, take the points. And it's not out of hand. We're only down by 4 now. It's only a 1-possession game.
Parker Romo.
What I said, Parker Hesse.
Parker Hesse. Yeah, Parker Hesse. Parker.
Parker Hesse. Yeah.
Let me just double check in with the homie Mel to see if Money Mel gonna hop on. Yo, Mel, send me your email. If you can still hop on, I'll send it to you from me. I said if you can't hop on, send me your email and I'll send you the invite and meet. All right. Yo, what's the chat looking like right now, G Dub?
I had to run. I had to walk off for a minute. So
no worries. Take care of what you gotta take
but,
care of. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit people with the. Let me know when you're back in. I'm gonna go ahead and check out some of our Facebook and YouTube chat out there.
all right.
And you guys don't forget, man. Definitely make sure that you head over and answer the poll question of who is a better offensive coordinator between Zach Robinson and Arthur Smith, who the Falcons had as their head coach, but also the OC before we switched over with Raheem the Dream Morrison out here. So. And also, man, you guys tell me out there as well. Do you think we're gonna wind up running the ball 30 to 35 times? As I said before, that's my golden ratio in football. How many times can we run the ball? Once we get to 30 to 35 times, anytime that we've run the ball 35 times, we've won those games under Raheem Morris, if I'm not mistaken. So. We gotta make sure we get a link over there to put you guys up in to check out the Falcons Nation Facebook group. Really great group of people. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and throw that out here now into some.
Jeremy Caldwell Ivory said, "Yeah, Raheem seems a little frustrated. That definitely was a first down. I'm with you on that one. That looked like a first down to me too, bro." Yeah, it definitely looked like a first down.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
But I mean, we didn't get it. So I mean, James Krause built milk, but and Raheem, he knows the nuances of this job. This is not being a head coach in the NFL is not a job for the meat, especially if you're trying to turn a curve here,
Right.
And that's kind of what's happening. That was a good play. I hate to say it, but that was a good play design. These coaches are like, there's people out here playing for life. Like McDaniels, they're talking about firing him and stuff like that, and he's playing for his life.
Definitely is playing for his life out here. I think McDaniels need to be gone anyway. I feel like he was a little overrated when they were talking about him as a coach, and there were a lot of players, a lot of fans out here who were saying that they thought we should have.
He's trying to die with his screen, bro.
Yeah,
he's living and dying with his screen. I think he's trying. Most see usually when you see a team throwing a lot of screens, it's because your defense is super duper aggressive and they're trying to slow you down. What the screen does, it makes you not come so hard, because it's like you go upfield, and if you're getting upfield too early, you'll throttle it down, because you're like, wait a minute, why am I getting upfield so early? So easily. Because there must be something. They must be trying to do something. Like
we're definitely aggressive on our defense as well too. That's kind of why we sometimes they're able to get what they get on us on the run. We focus on the pass first. But Miami's they're gonna keep trying us on that run until we show that we can stop it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was Watts. I said Hughes. I thought it was 21. That was Watts made that play. Good play, Watts.
I think that Watts is gonna still
third and 4. That's not bad. 3rd and 4 is not bad.
It's not.
I'm not happy with it. They kind of killed. They doing a little dink stuff. But 3rd and 4 is actually not bad. That's a manageable down.
That's where I would want to be if I'm the offense, though.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 is better, but 3rd and 4 is better than what we've been in.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 is much better. I mean, if I could keep them at 3rd and 6, like you said, 3rd.
Oh no, they run a spread. They run a spread. We can get there. Get there.
Ooh, yeah.
Got it. Yes, that was beautiful. That's what we needed. That was perfect. They played right into our hands. When they spread out, I knew that was ours.
Yeah, team teams when they spread out against us, we definitely able to get there. We're in a space where we could definitely get there with 4, maybe 5 sometimes, and kind of switch it out. That's one of the biggest things that I love about this defense this year. And to be honest, I mean, this team is really stacked right now. That's why I would definitely. I saw somebody say, "Oh, you don't want to sell out for this year." When I mentioned going after Tyler Lockett, but why not? You're in a window where you still have a quarterback under a rookie contract. Even with Kirk's money, it's not so glaringly expensive that we can't do anything with it. And we still have a lot of talent on this defense. Offense, we just need to get some more weapons to be able to find a way to be able to score. Zach Robinson can kind of get it together and stop being allergic to the running game. I think this team is going to be a lot better moving forward.
Terrible penalty. So, speaking of which, Lockett,
who was that penalty? I'm sorry, who was that penalty on?
I don't know. It was unnecessary roughness, though. I'm trying to. I kind of didn't hear who it was, though, but that was a bonehead penalty. Unnecessary roughness should just never happen. But speaking of Tyler Lockett, what type of money do you think we would have to come up to land him?
I don't know. There really is no telling with that. I don't know what his contract was.
I must see.
Yeah, I imagine that it's gonna be cheaper, and I'll see if I can pull that up here in a second. Are you looking for that?
Yeah, I'm looking on it.
Okay, cool. Well, at least that penalty didn't cost us to give the ball back. At least it.
Yeah, but we already was in this little bad area.
Yeah, we were in bad territory. They pinned us pretty deep right there. They got us on the 4-yard line now, and yeah, they got us on the 4-yard line because of that penalty. It was at the 8-yard line. We gotta stop with the penalties that we're getting.
Oh no, he's affordable. He's 1 year, $4 million.
Yeah, that's
so
not a
if
bad number, man.
If they're gonna be on the hook for some of that, because I think they just let him walk, right? So they're on the hook for some of that.
He asked for a release, and they granted him a release, and presumably because they're not allowing him to get into the offense enough. To be real. Yeah, I'm gonna send this over.
So if they're on the hook for some of that, you could probably just pay him his paycheck.
Right.
Probably could do him up for his paycheck and win the rest of the year on his paycheck. But the only problem would be he gotta want to come here.
I'm not sure, and that's the thing. I'm not so sure how that stuff works. I'm imagining they just. Yeah, I'm curious how that works when they cut you in the middle of the season.
Well, contract. Yeah, well, they cut you in the middle of the season. They still on the hook for some of that money.
Right.
Probably not all of it, but it's basically gonna be our highest contract. That type of stuff ain't nothing but a paperwork hustle. The stuff you need the stuff that you absolutely have to listen for is that guaranteed money stuff. That's the stuff that you absolutely have to hear out. Hear that version of, damn, that was like a safety.
Whew. Man.
This is ridiculous, man.
This is gut check time right here. When you backed up this
that
far.
That was not right. That dude shot through there like a missile. That's the same dude too, number 20. I think he covered from the linebacker spot.
Number 20, yeah. Yeah, at least he got that ball out of the line. I wonder if they didn't even give him forward progress on that one. I guess.
They gave it to him because he was in the end zone.
Well, it looked like he got further up, and then he went back a little bit after that, or
he went back.
If you keep running after that, if you run yourself out of it.
Oh yeah, it depends. But they gave him where he initially got hit at. They gave him that. He got knocked back. That dude shot through there like a missile. I don't know how they picked that up on the goal line too. Like they
better learn how to do some. They better get some rugby guys in here and teach them how to do a rugby scrum, move the pile. Okay, they'll have to kick this.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they got enough. They ain't, but he got enough room.
I mean, that's a good job by. That's a good job by their.
That was that penalty right there, Brooks. That boy Brooks, the linebacker.
Did not help.
That penalty killed us, man. We can't ill afford those type of plays with what we got going on.
Yeah. It's already bad enough when you get pinned inside the 10-yard.
Make the playoffs. We got the roster to make the playoffs. Dude, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Like you reading a piece of paper. We got to put this stuff together, and he's got to go out here and perform. Right now,
they got to execute that.
Real,
he called the right plays on that. I'm not sure I would have went with Kirk doing any passing in that situation right there. I'm just not.
Right.
Not the move you want to go with in that particular situation.
They went with I didn't see that one run play, but it was Tyler Algiers, which was the right play call. Then it was beat. Then it was somebody I couldn't tell because everything was so congested. And then it was and Bijan was able to get 4 yards out of it. But that hurt us. And now we actually are in bad. We gave them some really good field position to start this drive.
Definitely did. Yikes. What's frustrating about a game like this is that we're still on paper better than them, and we're allowing them to outplay us a little bit. I don't want to say necessarily out coach, but we're getting out executed right at this moment.
Yeah, he's not doing different stuff. He's doing a lot of dump screens. He's doing quick screens, slip screens. He's just running every screen you possibly can imagine, and then he's running off tackle stuff. And it's like with us not having the linebackers that we normally have, that's why it ain't looking right. This ain't looking like we can stop the run. That's why it looks like that.
And just being real, I mean, I kind of feel like Zach, like you said, he's getting a little predictable with some of his calls even out there right now too. So
that was definitely predictable.
You don't want to be.
They just like you remember. I don't know if you remember when Shanahan year one, everybody was keying on Julio because they understood. Because even it got so bad when Rowdy and Shanahan was falling out because Shanahan wasn't using Rowdy like that. We all know what Rowdy was, so what the hell was that about? But Shanahan was just so enamored by Julio. So the first year Julio could barely get open but then Shanahan came in the second year with play action, and that's when we went to the that year or the year after that we went to the Super Bowl.
I think it was his second or third year we went to the Super Bowl. I saw that on the podcast with Roddy and Julio and who was that? Was it Harry Douglas? Who was it? I forget who the third receiver was.
Harry Douglas was there at the beginning, but I don't think he was there.
No, I'm talking about their podcast they had where he was talking about how Roddy was like, Shanahan was like, I don't see you as one of the top 5 weapons with the ball in his hand at that time. And I think we had Jacob Tammany.
I almost cussed, man. I almost cussed just then. I ain't gonna lie, man. What? What are you talking? Okay.
I might get a little flack for this, but I think Julio might have lost a step. I mean, Roddy might have lost a step or two at that point in time, and he might. Roddy would drop some passes on you now.
Yeah, but he still was usable. I'm not saying that Roddy was still the guy that he once was, but he still was serviceable. It wasn't like you just put him out the pasture and just you just go block.
I think that Freeman and Jacob Tammany at that point in time might have been a little bit more sure-handed. If you don't have the athleticism and again, I don't know how much of a step he lost. I mean, it's crazy when some of these speed guys lose it.
But everybody and their mama would tell you, right? So if he was going off of practice, I'm gonna just throw that out. Everybody and their mama would tell you. If you go listen to anybody talking about it, they tell you Roddy did not practice.
It was a game. You broke up a little bit at the end of that. You said that Roddy did not what?
He didn't practice very good. His practices were cheeks. Even Matt Ryan said it. Matt Ryan said if Rowdy went through practice all week and dropped every ball, he was gonna light it up on Sunday. That's how he was. He was just not a great practice. Some players are like that. They don't practice very well, but when it's game time, they lights it up.
Right.
We have made this so easy for them. But this is 3rd and 7. This is where we want to be at right here. But don't give up the draws on this one.
Definitely don't want to give up. Nothing cheap, nothing easy.
We need I'm almost certain he's probably gonna try to go at Mike Hughes on this one. He hadn't tried.
How long they want to sit in that pocket? That's gonna be a whole other.
Well, that's it. Well, we gotta see what type of formation. Come on now, this cameraman is doing a trash job. He ain't showing us the formation. They got a one back. Get there. Yes.
Oh yeah, I gotta get that interception right there. Oh yeah. Damn.
Oh, he ain't get it. He dropped. That's JT Bertrand.
That's a hard one to get. They almost got out there on us. Like, gotta love that he got up on that. They dodged him. They dodged one right there.
Right. That's a win if they. That was Kate Nellis. Oh man, it was Bates and Bertrand fighting over the ball. Man.
Looking, and my ticker is giving it away.
Block this up. Block it. Come on. Block it.
They got to get that one.
They got that.
Yeah, the ticker gave it away. The ESPN ticker's a little bit ahead of us on our broadcast right now. So I might wind up taking that thing away. But yeah.
Here's what I just saw though, bro. Defense just gained a ton of confidence just then.
Think so?
They're starting to step up a little bit. I'm starting to see it. They're starting to get their swagger back. They hadn't really had their swagger since Diablo went out. But that last series, they're starting to come back around now. I see them. I see it now. Especially that pass rush. That pass rush is really
pass. What's that, English, bro? You are.
Cool, man. Cool. Is that your TV in the background? Man, what you think about the game so far? I'm gonna let you guys go for a second. I need to step for a bio, but yeah, what's your thoughts on the game so far and what you seeing?
I hear you, but bro, did you hear what he said?
I'm not catching him on mine though.
If he talking, I can't hear you.
His mic is muted, I think.
Yo.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on what you've seen so far for the team so far right now, Mel?
Man, I think honestly, and I hate to say it, we're feeling the effects of the loss of Diablo right now, man. But as the adjustment on the team, I know we always supposed to have the next man up mentality, and then of course with the injuries, we don't like to too much blame, playing the way we playing on injury. We got to stay next man up. But right now, I feel like we're feeling the effects of the injury bug right now, as far as missing our key defensive player Diablo, and Michael Penix being sidelined, and of course, coming out of nowhere, Drake being sidelined. But I still got, good faith in the boy. They'll still find they scribe, man, because they still have an identity that they still been able to keep up, even though times been hard right now. You know what I mean? So I feel like they'll find their way out. We'll be able to close out the half good. I feel like we'll open up a bit good right now, man. But right now, I feel like they gotta find their legs again, man. They gotta find the juice, man. You know what I mean?
Right. Definitely agree, man. G Money, man. What you think is Why do you think we're not getting first down so far?
Well, it's like right now the run ain't working, or not to the effect of what they want to do. So we just gonna have to figure out how to mix it up. I think the offensive line we're getting beat off the line of scrimmage right now, and that is primarily why the run ain't working. And to offset those type of things, you have to you have to do what they're doing: the slip screens, the dump screens, the jet sweep. That's not necessarily screen, but if you're gonna run a run play, you got to run some jet screens, some toss sweeps, or some speed outs to let those guys use their athletic ability. And just get out there, beat them to the corner, and then square up and get what they're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Just wear the defense down. Try to run straight at them. That's all fine and dandy, but right now that's kind of like where we're gonna have to mix some things up to get the offense going, because the run is just not working. And now I think we're in a spread now, so it's a 1st and 15. That was a great throw. Let's see who that was. Seals. He threw it to Seals. That was a great throw. That was probably about 10, 12 yards. It was like, that was 12 yards. It was because it's 2nd and 3. So that'll help it. If they're gonna start flinging it. But at the same time, if we gotta run, we gotta mix up the run till they spreading again. They going with the spread again. So he just he got somebody in the backfield. I didn't see the whole screen.
Yeah,
so yeah, okay.
Right there. And I ain't mad at them. Like, ooh, I spoke too soon.
I'm telling you, the offensive line is getting beat like a drum. So everything he got to stop with these slow developing plays. That shit is just not gonna work in this quarter. Maybe in the 4th quarter when they're tired, but right now stop doing that, because the offensive line is just not doing. They struggling. And see, as a coach, you have to understand when a part of your game is struggling. That was a blitz too. That was a blitz, and Bijan kind of didn't pick it up.
Right.
So, but we were struggling with that. So, we kind of got to understand where we're struggling at. Oh my God!
It looks like that might have been man coverage right there. They tried to.
Yeah, Mooney. He thought Mooney ran the route flat. And he thought he was going, when he got that stint. See, Mooney, that was on Mooney. That's all on Mooney. Mooney went flat. There was nobody on top of you, Mooney. You go, you leave, you go. There was nobody sitting on top of Mooney, bro. I see what Kurt saw. Kurt saw even if that was your route, and once you get past that guy, you see daylight, you run to the daylight, right?
Right.
That's on Mooney. That is timing. That's timing. That's legit timing, because they hadn't been playing together. Like they know each other, but they hadn't been playing together. And that's the hardest thing to do, is get that timing down and get offense to click like that.
That's kind of tricky because he was one of his favorite targets last year. So.
Right. And probably Mooney, even if you saw Kurt's body language, they didn't show it much, but Kurt said he did that right there. That let you know, Mooney, you saw that daylight.
Yeah, he messed up on that one.
Yeah, he messed that up. He ran that route flat, but once you got past that dude and you saw nobody, man, you go. Yeah, go easy. And Kurt threw it out there where he was gonna be at. Kurt said, "Oh no, I know he ain't gonna go flat," and Mooney went flat. And we missed on that one, but hopefully I think they got it now. Mooney said, "Okay, he gonna flank." Kurt gonna put it.
Now I wonder if they decided they were going to start Kirk this past week, because I think earlier in the week they asked Drake Penix if he was going to start, if he was going to play. He said he planned on playing this week. So I didn't think he was going to play, to be honest with you. A bone bruise to your knee, I think that really severely messes with your mobility. And the pain of it as well, too. Just the pain of it will mess with your mobility if it's too discomfortable. You worry about getting hit again or whatever, you're not going to be playing at your 100%. I don't know how much functionality it would have caused an issue with.
But if he was hurt, you know, we noticed. Me and you talked about it last week. If he was actually hurt, and we noticed he wouldn't really never slide the pocket, or it was like, because I was saying, like, what's up with this cat? He won't move. He was like, it was like, notice it. There was times when he would. So if that was the case, then yes, that absolutely. Once that swelling set in, dude, you ain't going nowhere. You basically that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that would explain a lot of why things look like they looked last week, as far as you know, him not his limited mobility. He probably in his heart he wanted to go, and he probably felt like he'd be ready. But I mean, if you like, he obviously was kind of hurting the team with the limited mobility last week, because last week was where he needed to run around a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
Yeah, we got to stop that right there. We just let them.
I mean, they was in coverage. That was a wicked throw.
That was a nice throw. Can't even lie, but
yeah, that was a wicked throw.
Yeah, they defense got to turn the heat up, man.
Yeah,
like they gotta.
That was kind of on Watts too. Watts was, I think Watts was ball hawking. You got to play the man too, though. You can't just ball hawk. You got to take care of your responsibility first.
Agreed.
Mm.
Agreed. I think we're gonna have those type of issues out of our out of him as a DB, and even Bowman when he gets back, still being rookies and still figuring a lot of that out.
Yeah, most definitely. I ain't mad. I get it. I can go for the ball if you can, but he flung that shit. That shit got there quick. Right. I saw what he saw. He was trying to bait it, but like this is the NFL.
We definitely got to stop them here. We cannot let them. We cannot go back into the half. I don't want to just say absolutely cannot, but you don't want to go back. You don't want to go into the half. Definitely not down 17, but you don't or
right.
Down
You don't
14.
want to go over that possession. That possession.
Yeah, I don't even want to give a
he gonna pick on Mike Hughes.
Right here.
He gonna pick on Mike Hughes with Waddle.
Yeah,
if Mike Hughes with Waddle, this is a mismatch. That's a mismatch.
Yeah,
Mike Hughes is not one of the ones that come up and play.
Yeah, Jalen Waddle does present some problems for us, and they're not really just killing us down the field. They're just dinking and dunking their way methodically down, and we just cannot stop them right up the gut.
Yeah, they're not giving up. We're not giving up no big plays. The defense playing pretty good. But it's just like third down. We gotta come up with it.
They call it run. Oh my God. Oh my God! They are just gashing us for chunk yards like
that was linebacker play. That was legit linebacker play.
Well, we went with a run blitz on that, right?
See, he blew that up.
Linebacker and the safety. Like somebody gotta make a tackle on that.
Brandon Dorless blew up the lead blocker.
Brandon Dorless destroyed that guy in the backfield.
Right. The lead blocker was out of it, so it was a 2-on-1, and dude just embarrassed him. He bounced it because it wasn't supposed to go that way because of the lead blocker, but he bounced it. But still, you supposed to get there. You got to get there, especially if you know where you at. It was 3. They had 3 yards a game. You don't give that up.
No, you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta buckle down on some of those plays like that, man. Oh God, man.
Yeah, we making this harder than what it is.
Jeremy Campbell in the Facebook chat said, "Get that bobblehead man off the field. Just stop Bates from getting that interception."
That's what he called it.
They're playing right now. Yeah, Lil Shadow just beat Bertrand. He was just everywhere. That shit. They couldn't do nothing. Just sit on the ground like, bro, just relax. Like that interception was right there, bro. He just.
James Bertrand is killing me. He's killing me right now, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's who we call the bobblehead, right? J.D.
Yeah, it's got to
Bertrand.
be J.D. Bertrand. That's what he looked like. He looks like
Yeah.
it reminds me.
Got that concussion cap on.
Yeah. You remember when NBA jams back in the day? That's
Right.
what people remind me of with those head gears on. Some people look a little bit more natural with it. J.D. Bertrand, he looks undersized with it on. He looks like he has like it rested his body.
He look undersized. Period. I didn't want to say that because I don't believe it's ever the size of the dog is the size of the heart of the dog. Because I done seen players that's tiny and they be out there just balling. So I don't really argue on that, but he doesn't play big. Some players are small, but they play big. But he's not a big linebacker. He doesn't play big either.
Agreed. And
Josh Woods is not the biggest linebacker either, but he's just a havoc wreaker. It's just, man, look, this might be time to. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do.
I thought we were gonna actually mix it up this week because Aubrey said he's gonna put a little hymns in there, probably a little fuller. Like I think they need to go ahead, start mixing it up now with B. Bertrand. They got a lot of tackles out there right now, but you switch that thing off right now and see what the rotation look like with everybody right now, man. But this thing getting real sloppy up there.
And Derek Hughes in the chat also on Facebook in the group is saying, man, I swear we shouldn't even be stressed about this game, but here we are. I'm wondering if the team came out thinking that they could win this game. Now I don't want to put that on them because we've got some guys out. We've definitely got some injuries, so I'm hoping that they weren't taking this for granted. But it does have me wondering some things. Okay, we got a lot of penetration on that play right there.
Right, that's what we got to see. So they lost 5 yards.
Was that Evan?
That was a total. They act like they ain't scared of him.
Now
that was Leonard Floyd. Leonard Floyd.
Oh, they called a flag on us?
That can't be a flag. Look, they got to be holding on them.
Right, I hope it's holding on them. I'm trying to look at body language and I got my volume on.
Oh, they might be called offsides because dude jumped.
Went up to the official trying to because Eagles trying to get to the outside to wrap and steal and.
I hope you just stay aggressive. I don't give a damn if you did jump off that. Stay aggressive.
Stay aggressive.
That's like a straight week with John Hussey. Yeah, the last weekend at Denver.
Face mask.
33 points in the fourth
Yikes.
quarter.
Yikes. Y'all really bailing these boys out right here. Let's see what happened on that.
His biggest finals.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. He like the broken off his neck.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that does look pretty egregious. Yikes. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at them calling. Hey, listen.
But he took out 2 blockers on that one. So.
Right.
But we can't. We got to play
on pushing.
And that's who they're going to call a holding, but they did grab us after
that was a 50-yard penalty, Grant. Hey, oh, man, come on, y'all.
We got to buckle down right here, man. We cannot.
Yeah, this is getting weird. It's all little dump trees, man. That's all they doing.
Another person says, man, maybe the critics are right. And when he's saying that maybe we need a new coaching staff. I'm not certain that we go with a new coaching staff. Changing the coaching staff every couple of years.
I'm like, I wouldn't make it as a coach. I would not make it as a coach.
No,
it doesn't have the same smile and walking to my locker room right now.
Changing the coaching staff just gonna put us right back in the same position.
We're back, fella.
Back again. It ain't gonna be nothing different.
Y'all can't hear my fantasy league thing when it's going out, can you?
All right, y'all. Thank you. Even if they get three, if they don't let them get three, it'll be a win given this drive. The penalty, 15-yard face mask penalty was a head buster. Going into the half, down by 10. No, excuse me, down by 10 is what it'll be if we hold them to three. But they
Y'all
kept
need to
it casual.
celebrate. Y'all did, man.
The points to the line, we'll check this out now. So second down and 9.
Yeah, we definitely. And so this is going to be interesting to see what we could do with second half adjustments. That has been our biggest issue, or one of our biggest issues so far this year is what are we doing with second half adjustments. I don't feel as though we've been doing the best that we could do with our second half adjustments.
Yeah. I got a call right quick, so it's all on my bad.
No, go ahead. Tap in when you need to. This is a huge series. Yeah, this is a huge series right here. I know we're a little bit behind some of you guys out there, but we got 30 seconds on the clock right now. They called it. They called a flag. False start. Yes, sir.
All right, we needed that one.
You got to capitalize on mistakes.
Yeah, because they've been eating our ass up. That 15-yard penalty, man, that put them way down where, and then they threw a screen.
Yep.
And the dude ate that up, so that put them way down. That actually put them in field goal range. Them two plays put them in field goal range.
Yeah, we can ill afford.
We kind of need a play to make. Like we need them to really mess up here. We need a pick or something. But this mismatch with Waddle and Hughes is just not cool. And see, he going right back over. He didn't go over there, but he went back to that side. Who was that? That was Bates. No, that was Alford. Excuse me. Yeah, Alford is playing. Ever since Alford went to corner, I don't know. He just plays nickel slot a whole lot better. Like, I don't know. It's like I sometimes I feel like they get out there and they go, "Oh, I'm just out here trying not to mess up." And if you out there and try not to mess up, you're gonna mess up.
Yeah. Agreed. When you're playing free and you're not worried about making a mistake, you make plays. Like if you're gonna make a mistake, make it 100 miles an hour.
Right.
That's how I see it. If you make mistakes full speed, it definitely helps you to capitalize. You'll be around the ball, essentially.
Absolutely.
If you go out there playing full speed, it puts you in a position to be around the ball a lot more. Oh,
it's so cool. JT Bertrand, please, coach, you got to get him off the field. It's you got to get him off the field, coach. But that was Waddle. But oh man. Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're in a timeout right now.
They run a bunch formation. Yeah, Waddle just ran him off and just bodied him up and just turned around and caught it. That was crazy. That was whack. That was a nothing route. Yeah, I'm frustrated too, Raheem.
Absolutely.
Raheem don't usually look around him, but he look like he's getting pissed.
Well, you can tell he's been agitated definitely the last couple of weeks because it's like that 10 men on the field was terrible. Oh God, and they just gave up the touchdown. Team is looking bad. Raheem, team is not looking fully prepared out here.
I don't even want to say who that was again. Whose man that was again? He picking on him. He finding them everyone on the field and picking on them.
Well, I mean, they got a mismatched on a wide receiver.
Right, but that's in this defense. That's what they asked them to do in this defense. You have to guard a wide receiver in this defense. I don't think Bertrand wasn't drafted by this regime anyway, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he was actually.
Yeah, he actually was. He actually was. I take that back. He was drafted with
Because this
Jimmy
is his
Lake.
second year, right?
This is his second year. He was drafted with Jimmy Lake. So yeah, they drafted him last year.
I mean, Bertrand was
Still,
what, a
that
third or fourth round pick, so.
nah, he was later than that. Might have been a 5th round pick.
Oh.
Let me look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, he was late. He was real late.
I thought a fourth rounder, but you might be right about that. Definitely, maybe I guess it wasn't a third. Well, would you? I think you're right about that because what we had Brandon Dorless was a fourth rounder. Rook was a second. Who was a third?
It was 2 5th rounds that year, right? Or whatever it was. Like, let me see. Hold up. Here it is. Right here. I got it right here. He's 5th. Yeah, he was 5th. 143rd overall. And I think we had 2 guys come out. One of them was Casey Washington and him. I think they both came out in the 5th round. Let me look it up. Make sure I ain't telling you wrong.
Doe just texted me, said, "Man, we trash, bro," and it is hard not to feel that way because I am not confident that we're gonna go into the half and make the proper adjustments.
Casey Washington.
Necessarily.
Casey came out in the 6th round. So
We definitely.
Zion was in the set. It was 2 5th rounders though. I know. What was he at? It was 2 we got in the 5th round. What year was that, bro? 2004, 2005, 2004, right? Atlanta Falcons, 2004 draft picks. Oh, I said 2004, 2024. Sure. Okay, on Matt Shaw. That was a Matt Shaw.
65 votes. It's funny how many people think that Zach Robinson is not a better coordinator than Arthur Smith because so many people were ready to get rid of him.
What is it at now? What does it look like now?
1 second.
So it came out in 2003 or 2. Yeah, he came out in 2003 because
62% is saying Arthur Smith is a better coordinator.
Okay, I figured that.
No, the offense looks just terrible right now.
Right. I agree.
The offense is looking terrible right now. Defense ain't looking much better. They ain't looking great, but I mean we've already given up.
Okay, I got it now. It's J.D. Bertrand was the one, and then it was Chase McLaughlin, the running back out of 6th round.
Those were the 2 fifth rounders that we had.
It looks like we only had 1 5th rounder, so I was wrong.
When was J.D.?
We had 2 6th rounders that year. Casey Washington and Chase McLaughlin was the 2 6th rounders. We only had 1 5th rounder, which was J.D. It was 2 6th rounders. I knew it was something like that. I couldn't remember, so I was wrong about the rounds. So, but Chase McLaughlin ain't even hit him. I don't know what he had. I was following him for a minute.
Yeah, I think we let him go this offseason or whatnot.
He did.
I'm
But
not
he
necessarily upset.
he went somewhere. I forgot where he went. I think he might wind up in Canada or something.
Canada.
Yeah, he wasn't that good. I don't know.
No,
He wasn't like
He wasn't great.
he wasn't that good. He was even in the preseason. I was like, oh, okay, we might. And I was the guy out of Louisville, Carallo, something. There's a bunch of running backs that was like in them later rounds that in that particular draft, and they picked him. I was like, okay, maybe they know something I don't.
I mean, I think they were just potentially looking at, what in case they had to do something with, had to an injury with Bijan.
He wasn't the answer though. But I'm saying that guy from Boise State. I remember their colleges. I just can't remember their names. The kid from Boise State, the kid from Louisville, played for the Cardinals. Them dudes was man, shoot, them dudes was awesome, and they was late round guys, and they went with him in the what was that, 6th round? They were there. I was like, why would they? Well, okay.
And we got.
I said, maybe
I do have some of the results of the poll question.
All right.
The other day
Let's go
with Zach, about Zach Robinson and Arthur Smith. This is from the Facebook Point Game official page. And real quick, I'm gonna go over to YouTube and check out and see what the numbers are looking like in terms of that over at YouTube. Yeah, man. The second half adjustments are gonna be. This is what's gonna decide this game, because if we keep doing exactly what we're doing, we're gonna have a trouble moving forward. Right now, we only got 2 votes on YouTube. That is one for Zach Robinson and one for Arthur Smith. But over on Facebook, 65 votes for Arthur Smith. And then let me see what we got for Zach Robinson, how many votes it is. 40 votes for Zach Robinson. Or 39 votes for Zach Robinson. That's why it gives us a 39, and that's where we're at that 38%. 62% for.
So if we, in other words, so according to how they feeling, it's like we'd had Arthur Smith as a pure offensive coordinator. He'd have been a lot better, because he was wearing 2 hats over here with us. He was offensive coordinator and a head coach.
I don't know that he would have been bad as a head coach. Just to be honest, I think he played. I think he utilized his personnel a lot better than Zach Robinson is doing. That's crazy. You got a Zach Harrison and a Zach Robinson on the same team.
When you say utilizes his personnel, just can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I think that he understood what his personnel was, like the limitations of the players that he had. Again, I was not a big fan of the usage that we got out of Kyle Pitts with him. And of course, Kyle Pitts wasn't quite as good of a run blocker as he is now, or a pass blocker for play action purposes. And he liked to run the ball heavily. So it didn't matter where you were drafted or who you were supposed to be. If you were the better player, or if you fit what he was trying to do better, he was going to have you out there, and he was going to utilize those players in those spots. He did not try to lead with the pass with Ritter. He went out and made sure that they just completely established the run. I wouldn't be surprised if they decided halfway through this week that they were going to start Kirk Cousins instead of Michael Penix. I think they tried to give it a go in the first couple of days. And so that changes your game plan up with what you're going to do. But if your game plan is always pass happy and it's always dependent upon who that quarterback is, I think it makes it a lot harder to actually execute some things. Even if your offense is still going to look different with Michael Penix than Kirk Cousins and some of the plays that you could call. But if you are a team that commits to the run, you don't have to really worry about that in the same manner that you would. Teams stacking up, you know what you're going to call to offset that type of stuff. Of course, they're gearing up to stack against the run right now, but I do feel as though Arthur Smith adjusted a little bit better. Now, I don't think he was better with clock management as much as people say Raheem is bad with his clock management. I don't think that Arthur Smith was good with his clock management and some of his situational football, but just in terms of some of the play calls, I think he did a little bit better job with just scheming easier throws for Desmond Ritter and Mariota and who else do we have? Tyler Heineke. I feel as though because you see glimpses and flashes of these guys doing stuff, but then they miss like very wide open throws. I don't think that we're worried about that type of stuff with Penix. It's just he hadn't been doing Penix or Kirk a great he hadn't been helping them a lot. He hadn't been doing them any favors
Right.
with the way that he's calling some of the plays. And I think even going back to last year, I felt that way at times with Kirk Cousins as well too. Like
Right.
they were just passing far too much instead of running the ball. And
Right.
I mean, let's try to let's tap in with some of these stats even right now because I just do not feel.
I feel like while you doing that, I feel like Zach actually uses personnel better for like personnel, but he doesn't. His play call doesn't work. It's to no benefit. He'll like have these beautiful play. Everything look like you got Tyler Algiers running back. You got Bijan flared out, and see that's something that Arthur Smith never did. He never did try to put certain players on the field at the same time to throw the defense off. He never did that because if you put a lot of athletes on the field at once, it would definitely throw your defense off. So it was never like a Bijan and Tyler out there at the same time. And then, like I said, I hated his uses of Kyle Pitts. And what made his offense go with us would be a Cordell or Hodge. Because Cordell was like lighting them up, and like everybody else was just out there. And then, of course, we were in financial peril when he got here, so it was kind of like because we had the heaviest cap hit in the history of the NFL with Matt Ryan left and went to Indianapolis with the 42 million. What is it, 41 million, 42 million, whatever it was. It was the biggest one of all time. And then after that, it was like, Matt wanted to go, and it was like he asked to be traded. You have to keep that in mind. It wasn't like there was nothing we could do to keep Matt here after he just like that. Enough was enough for him. And it was like you had to kind of change the way you ran offense because Matt had become a statue. He had got where he just wasn't gonna move at all. And it was like it made it look like his skills were diminishing. So going with a more smaller athletic line was key, but they were still hanging on to the same old guys, big, strong, downhill run blockers. And that's kind of like even when we went and got Landstrom and McGarry, if you look at how they set that up, those are big, strong, downhill run blockers because McGarry pass block numbers suck, as far as pass blocking, but his run block is off the chart. That's what makes the run go the way it does. So, but they needed to change that up, and we never did. We never did try to fix the offensive line where Matt Ryan could play behind it. That's why Brady was like that. If you look at Brady's offensive lineman that he traditionally played behind, they couldn't run block for Jack because he never really had much. Brady in his whole career never really had much of a run game because of the type of offensive lineman they had. They weren't going to push you out the way. They were just strong. They were just agile and quick enough to stay in your way long enough where he can get the ball off. And that's how we needed to do Matt. We never did do that. And he, so it made him look worse than what he actually was.
Right.
And then but if you take the offense that we have now and insert Arthur Smith, I would like to see that. See how that works, Even with like my disagreement of how he ran his personnel, like, he didn't mix and match stuff. It wasn't that he was, I want to say predictable. And some of his stuff was very predictable, but you couldn't stop it though. It was like they would line up, you could jam the box, and he still handed to Cordell Patterson, and he would still clip you for 8-9 yards, even when you knew what the play was.
Agreed.
And that guy Smith, the fullback they had, he was starting to I was kind of liking how he was starting to use him because he was on a roster 4 years or whatever it was, and they never used him. But he was starting handing the ball. He was getting us first downs. So,
yeah, that's true. Man, this is tough right now, man. Got us reminiscing over on Artie Smith, man. Tapping back to the chat. Derek Hughes, he said, I said I wasn't drinking today. Here I go. Yeah, you and me both.
Boy, this is a drinkable morning. We in a battle. We locked in a battle that with what we got, it seems like okay, how we gonna win this one with a team that is 1-6? Picture that
Yeah, I
at
definitely.
home.
I don't think we should be in a situation where we are trailing in the way that we're trailing. We shouldn't be
No.
struggling to execute the way we're struggling to execute. This is not a good
What is
defense.
their offense? Like 180 or 160 yards total offense, probably.
I actually do
So they're
have
not
that
doing
on
it.
the screen. I don't have the total offensive yards, but
Yeah.
I have some of the box score on the screen. As far as total, let's go to the team stats real quick. Because Bijan's been having a tough day on the ground. We have 58 yards total. I saw they were saying that before going into the half. We have 58 yards of total offense. Miami has 169 yards of
I
total.
knew it was low. I knew it was low. So you can't just go defense, defense, defense. No, dude. It just we got gals on some crazy plays, and they're just doing the things they're supposed to do. But if our offense was doing what they're supposed to do, we in this.
The offense definitely needs to put some drives together. Offense has to go put some drives together. We cannot allow them to just run the ball down our face. You know.
Yeah, but
But we also, like you said, we got to go out there, and I think that if you could put some drives together, it keeps that defense a little bit fresher.
right. Because they driving all the way down on the like that 15-yard penalty was a right backbreaker with how everything's going today.
Penalties and being disciplined, man. That I am very much shocked that we're having as much trouble with being as disciplined as you would like to see us to be.
They throwing it up now. The time of possession was 19-22 for them, 10-38 for us. So it's too much 3 and out. Basically, that's a whole 10 minutes difference. 2 first downs versus 14 first downs. That's crazy. Now that's a stupid stat. That's an awful stat.
Now we came back out running.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
you're running at the teeth. You don't run at the teeth of a defense. If you see like, okay, they got a couple big boys down there. Man, make them big run, Jay. Yeah, put them in any defense, you know. That's the first thing your big boys start screaming. Hey man, y'all need to come up quicker, man. Hey, y'all need to shut that down, man. They got us running. Shit, you scared to run? Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, come on now.
Running side to side.
Everything gonna come to you.
Oh man, just not able to connect on any of that. Like that's weird. Like they typically they clearly were on different pages in terms of what.
Yeah, Kurt's sending them. Kurt throwing it where he want them to go, and they ain't coming off their routes. He dude looking at the ground. Then he broke out. When he looked back, Kurt said, "Okay, shit, you cleared. He cleared it. He actually cleared it. He did the same thing that Mooney did. He cleared the guy and then came back. Now he getting on Zach Robinson ass. And see, that's why Zach needs to not be up there in the booth. Kurt is getting on his ass. That's what's happening. Kurt said, "Hey man, they still running their routes, man. If you clear the guy, go." There was nobody back there. And when he cleared the guy, he ran right past some dude squatted. And he did the comeback route. That didn't make no sense.
So your thing is if you're beating them on that route, just keep going and go.
Well, yeah, any offensive coordinator gonna tell you that if you pass a guy and you see daylight, go. If you screw it up, come back and tell me what happened. I'll take the L on that one. Right. I'll take the L on that one because now I get my quarterback over here and we can all get on the same page, right?
Right.
And that's simple. It don't get no more simple than that. But if you clear a guy and then run back into the coverage, what sense does that make? That's kind of like that doesn't mean I don't want to call it stupid because that's offensive, but I mean if I'm out there in the battlefield, I'm going, man, that's stupid. I would say that. I'll probably tell him that's stupid to his face. That's stupid for you to come back in and run back into the coverage, and you cleared the coverage. You got daylight, and Kurt threw it out there where dude could have caught the ball in stride and took it to the house. That's why he fussing. He fussed at Mooney about it. Now I don't know who that was. That Sales. I don't know who that was, but he fussed at Washington. I don't know which one it was, but whoever he fussing, he didn't go to the receiving, but he fussing at the coordinator. He said, man, hey, man, you got to tell these guys if they clear these people and that the safety doesn't roll, they got to go.
Yeah,
and for the people that don't understand if the safety don't roll, for the people that don't know what the safety doesn't roll, if there's a debut, some people play a 2 high safety or 1 high safety. They play a 1 high safety. That means the other safety probably walked down into the box. He's more worried about the run or picking up back out the backfield, whatever the coverage is. Even if they play a 2 high safety, the safety usually has deep third on each side if they play a 2 high safety. If that safety is worried about somebody else, he might not roll to the deep third, which means he may not go to the outside of the field. So if you clear a guy and that safety ain't back there, you open it up and let that quarterback, you throw your hand up. Open up, throw your hand up. That means you came off your route. And if that quarterback's sitting where he can get it to you, that ball coming. He gonna launch it. And you better be riding to go get it. And they not doing that. They looking at the ground and just straight running routes out there, which makes no sense. And that's why Kurt is bitching, because they not coming off them routes like they supposed to. You got to come off them routes. And they got calls for even when the quarterback has to roll, he might have to break out of the pocket or he gets in trouble real quick and you have to break off your route real quick. Like, they got calls for that. You know, it's going to be whatever, your mama's name, your mama's last name, whatever they say it is for that week. And you got to break off your route. But that's a gimme. That's an automatic gimme. If you clear that route, go get it. That's how you become a superstar in the NFL.
Yeah, that's more why I really do feel like.
Say, bro?
Huh?
I said, what were you saying, bro? I'm sorry. I just kind of got into it.
I forgot what I was saying right at that moment. But yeah, that's partially why I feel like we gotta have. Why we definitely need to add some receiver depth to this.
Experience. Yeah.
Because of that same thing. Defense got 2 nice little stops right there on the first 2 downs. Yeah, they definitely get some penetration.
But it's all for nothing if they give up the draws on this 3rd down.
Yeah,
that's what we've been doing. We've been shitty. So they have got, I think it was, 17? No, 12. I think it was 12 first downs or something like that. It was in the teens for getting first downs.
So in the chat they say Robinson gotta go, and Jordan says Bertrand has no business being on the roster, and Mike Hughes is getting picked on. Hughes is definitely being picked on. I've heard people say that they do not think that Bertrand is an NFL linebacker.
I don't see it. I told you last week I didn't see anything. So he's not gonna get no argument out of me. I don't see nothing out there with Bertrand. Bertrand will be, and I'm not saying he's not an NFL linebacker. I wouldn't go that far. I would say he's a rotational piece, because it takes some guys 3 or 4 years to catch on. Then after that 4th year, they are dang superstars. Look at the guy up there.
Yeah, when they say not an NFL linebacker, I believe they mean like a starting NFL linebacker, and that's where.
Oh, I'll rock with that. Yeah, he meant it as a metaphor. I need to take it metaphorically.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, right.
There go your boy Agnew, right?
Yeah, that's him. And it's like he does. So for me, me personally, I asked you that for a reason. There's Woods right there. But I asked you that because personally, I feel like better returners are the guys that stick that foot in the ground and go. All that wiggly poop dance and crap, you're never gonna get nowhere with that. Not to mention you're gonna end up with a bunch of blocking penalties and different things that gonna come along with that, with all that dancing around, because they're hell. But if you put your foot in the ground and go, you're gonna stand a chance of you getting yards. You automatically getting yards. All that dancing around trying to make stuff happen, and you can't even pick up no speed like that. You might be done juke the guy, but the guy from behind you doing all that dancing, he gonna come back and get you.
Right. I will say that I do feel as though he does a good job of just going and getting you some yards. I'm not certain what his average is so far on the year, but it does seem like a lot of the times we're getting about around 7 or 8 yards on a lot of those. We hadn't had any huge runs yet, returns yet, but you know he's gonna get that. So clearly everybody's frustrated though right now with what's happening.
All right, so Norman, how you say this? Warhiner.
Mm-hmm.
No, he says might be time to give Eaton Stick a chance. He's a young, eager, and can move, unlike Penix and Kurt.
Easton
So you blame?
Stick.
Yeah, he blaming it on Kurt. What? No, Kurt is out there going for the juggler. So I don't know what I think he just might be frustrated. Maybe he had a couple. Yeah, he probably just upset. We're all upset, bro. If that's what the case is, we're all upset. Don't get it twisted. This is hard to watch us railing like this, but it's not like I don't see what's happening. I'm looking dead at it.
So Courtney Jordan said in the chat, says Bijan is the most dangerous running back in space, yet Zach Robinson keeps calling this up the middle ground and pound game. Please fire Zach Robinson immediately. I honestly think it's okay that we're calling a little bit more of this ground and pound. I mean, you were talking about this a little bit earlier. They're kind of sitting on some of those routes with Bijan. They know that we're going to try to get him in space and some of that stuff. I think that sometimes you just got to run the ball to tire that defense down later on.
Well, I think he's talking about is the A and B gap stuff. Well, if you're going, he's talking about like the tall sweeps, the speed outs. Let him run to the edge.
Agreed.
Nobody's gonna beat him out there.
Well,
him and Tyler, let him run to the edge and then turn upfield and get what they can get. That's how you gonna get it. That, like you said, A and B gap stuff. Like you running at the teeth of the defense, you giving them what they want. They want that because you can compress everything.
Now it seems like they were like on some of the outside stuff. They were kind of catching up to us on speed too as well.
They go right there.
Why did they call that play?
Yeah, but that's gonna be pass interference.
We drew a pass interference. Listen, I don't know why you maybe
no,
that's
he just
why
let
he
it
wasn't
go.
near it.
Mooney broke off. I guarantee you $100.
Maybe that's why Mooney wasn't near it, is because they pass interference. Because it did not look. I would have went with another. I would have came back out running though. Like you do have to take your shots downfield though. Because you're gonna get some of those.
Yeah, I guarantee you $100. Mooney broke off his. He's probably supposed to run a skinny post.
Oh, okay.
But he ran a deep post.
I see where he held him.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He Mooney probably ran right by him, and Kirk then went over there and told Zach, "Hey man, tell these dudes to get upfield.
Tell him to break. Yeah, tell him to
go upfield." Yeah. And this is what's gonna happen. See, this is forcing them to play now. See, they putting us in the situations we've been getting put in. So now this stuff is some stuff is finna open up now. There you go. That's the play I've been looking for right there. That's the damn play I've been looking for for 2 damn weeks, bro. I've been telling you that's the damn play they need to run. They need to keep running that thing. What? That's the play. That's it.
Yep. Now,
when we scored last week, he pulled that out. He ran one with Pitts. He ran a blank window with Pitts. And he was doing stuff like that. That's when he got in his bag. You good, Zach? Good for that. But then he go right back to all this trying to recreate the wheel trickeration bullshit that you're not gonna trick nobody with. You're not tricking these cats too smart. They've been playing football all their life. Don't cut back. Yeah, he fumbled it.
Oh man.
He fumbled it.
What happened on that?
Yeah, he did that. He did that week 4 last too. The season opener, he fumbled it.
Oh wow, we got hold it anyway.
That's shit for luck right there. That is shit for luck right there.
Damn, Bijan, what the hell was you doing? Your knee hit the ball, bro. Ugh, I ain't even.
That's just him. That's just straight up.
I'm not even mad at him.
Nobody touched him.
I ain't mad at that because
we kind of need a turnover now.
We definitely need a turnover now. Bijan was out there trying to make a play. I don't know if he's pressing too much. I mean, nothing working. I mean, look, until credit, they ran that outside zone. He had to cut. They're forcing him to cut it back in. I don't think they necessarily. I gotta look at it again and see later on to see, because I did notice a lot of the runs are wound up going through the middle, and I didn't think about it like that. But I am wondering if they are cutting off the point of attack on that outside zone, trying to force it back in, because we want to get outside, but they're like, hey, don't beat you to the edge.
I would have to see is everything, but there's too many people in there making the tackle to believe that they doing that though, bro. Right. And even still, okay, if I'm gonna run a toss sweep, 9 times out of 10 you go body on a toss sweep or jet, not a speed out, right? You go like where you'll pull the tackle or guard or tight end, whoever are the wide receivers out there blocking, right? One of the 3 of them are gonna be out there blocking, or all 3 of them be out there blocking. So basically, you isolate everything, and you're gonna have one man that could possibly make that tackle. So it's an open field tackle. And see, the problem with you getting the Bijan and Tyler is they are extremely hard one-on-one open field tackles. You know that. Bijan is just, Tyler, I don't know how you're going to grab him. You got to figure that out. And you're probably going to wind up making an executive decision when you're trying to go tackle him. And then Bijan, he's had some ability. If you take the wrong angle, you're going to be on, you're going to be on Sports Center, with getting your ankles broke, looking stupid. So it's kind of like both of those guys are extremely hard open field tackles, but that's what I mean. I prefer that than you just running at the teeth of the defense, and then he getting stood up with 3 or 4 people getting studded up every other play, and that's kind of what's happening. So them cutting them off from going out there, I don't see that happening. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be a little antsy about letting them get out there, but that's on them. You got to catch them. That's just what you got to do. You got to have some wheels to get out there. As long as you get out there, like if you ever see a play and they say, you always hear me saying, get out there, get out there, get out there, because you got to get out there as fast as you can. That's the idea of it. And once you get out there, because certain people ain't gonna make it out there by the time you get out there. Right. All right, defense, y'all nut up. So and the people that don't make it out there, you got so the people that can make it out there, now they got to get out there. Then they got to set up, square up, and make a play.
Good little defensive play right there when they were not able to.
Yeah, they rushed that throw. They made them rush. That was. See, some of this stuff ain't gonna show up on the stat sheets, but they made them.
They show up on the stat sheet.
They made him rush that one, Waddle, because if he could have got set and throw that, Waddle was kind of he had beat Mike Hughes. He picking on Mike Hughes like a mug.
He definitely going after Mike Hughes. It's funny, man. Tua got that hard of a killer. He just don't do he's got that mindset, it seems like, to an extent. I won't say hard of a killer, but, oh, God. We are just
Let me see what that.
We are letting these boys.
I bet you that. I can guarantee you. I ain't even seen the replay. I guarantee you that was a wrong hold by the linebacker.
Let's see.
JT wasn't even looking.
Oh, God.
Yep. Hold. How do
you let him take you on inside? On that backside, you are outside in, man. You are the cutback player on that, right? Unless I don't think there was a nickel to his side. He was the cutback player on that. You got to.
He got caught in the watch. He ran up in there too hard and he got swatted.
Right, but you're not supposed to do that if you're the cutback player.
No. You're not supposed. You're supposed to slow play it. If you're the cutback player, you slow play it. You drag around a little bit. You lag around late. Look how, man, he getting fourth down. Man, please, he got fourth down field just then. He got bodied in fourth down field.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes you got to get big, man. You can't just, I know you got to, man, look, I will stick my face mask in your chest with the quickness down in there like that. Just so you can't move me.
Hey, that's the thing, too. If you gonna get caught in that wash, man, I don't even know what to say, because if you give him your whole body and you get blocked and you don't make the tackle anyway.
He was on roller skates. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you gonna do that, just might well fall.
Right.
He probably don't want to fall because they'll pull him out.
The dude out. Yeah, if you gonna get caught in the wash, at least knock him back into the player.
Make a bunch. Yeah, bunch him up. Bunch it up. Yeah. Bunch it up. You're right. Bunch it up. If you get caught in the wash, make a pile. Make a pile right in front of you. And nobody can't come through there. I agree. That's just football. That's pee-wee football stuff.
Look, they showing. I'm seeing a little.
Buffalo kicking Carolina to sleep.
Nice, love it. I love that Buffalo is doing that to them though, because we don't need those Panthers fans talking no more smack. They were starting to get full of themselves.
We need to get back. We need to get back into this one. We need to.
We need us a win right now too. Yeah, man.
Right. Field goal. That's it. We got a field goal.
There we go.
Okay, that was a pressure by the defense. That was a precious. Wait a minute. They're gonna call a flag on AJ Terrell. I gotta see what this. This gotta be. It gotta be pass interference. That was spot.
Whose coffee did we piss in, man?
I don't know. I gotta see it though. I want to see it. I'm gonna before the jury goes out.
He don't look like he upset about it. Yeah, he
did. He turned. Dude came back across his face.
I'm not mad about it. I'm mad that he did it, but they called the right call on it.
He was still in the right position. He didn't have to do that though. He was in position. He could have gave up the pass. Well, it was the same thing. Ain't no difference.
Right.
It ain't no difference.
Well, I mean, like you said, get the penalty if you're gonna get beat. But I think he may.
Yeah, but he wasn't beat where the dude was gonna take it to the crib though.
Okay, so they going with this little bubble screen. There we go. Get to.
Oh my God, JT Bertrand got beat up on that one.
Make the first tackle.
That was JT Bertrand. They are picking on that dude.
Definitely.
There was an offensive lineman out there, and he looked like a little boy. That man was older than like.
And look, when those linemen get to moving in space on you, if you're better off just taking their legs out and making them fall than letting them get going and
one time that's not a penalty just to roll them up like that. Cause I used to do that back in my day. When I seen them get on top of me, it's like you gonna swallow you anyway.
They blockers. I mean, what can you do? I don't think you gotta take them up high anymore. Like they not.
But he should be quick enough where he could create space though. He should be quick enough where he should create space.
He's not.
Right, but he should be. He's way smaller than them. He should be able to create the space that he needs in order to, the where they can't just swallow him up. That dude was just standing there beating him up, just reaching out, just beating him. Dude just ran right by him.
Right.
We not tackling good. We not. It's just not. This is we probably not gonna. We're not gonna get this one. It's not looking. This ain't it. Yeah. McDaniel say, "Here, take that. Fire this."
Yeah, I mean, knowing that Diablo is out, and there's so much short area, and that's their game. That's their game is short area stuff and running the ball. They don't go deep a lot. Our defense is predicated on not giving up a lot of deep plays, but also causing turnovers. But we gotta stop the run, man. We gotta make tackles, and we're not.
Yeah, they just got a first down on just straight, just drives.
Yeah, man. We gotta make tackles.
Just kept moving his legs and made the first down.
Absolutely, yeah. It's so agitating to see, man. Like it's so. Like, when we're getting penetration, we're doing good at some of that stuff. And the defense has been good in the second half. I will say that. We had that penalty, but even that play right there, J.D. Bertrand makes the tackle, but...
yeah, they still got yards. They got 5 yards.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Diablo closes that quicker, man.
That's kind of like how a lot of them do. That dude, Evans, he made like 150 tackles that year, but all of them was like downfield, like it was like for what's the point? It wasn't like no tackles for loss or nothing like that. Like not no stingy stuff.
Absolutely agree.
You just out there like you just don't look at somebody highlight reel. They supposed to like you was that was pretty athletic. They're not just out there making plays because you out there. I mean, if you out there, you gonna make plays, and that's what it looked like. His highlight reel is he's just out there. Ain't nothing special. He not meeting nobody at the line of scrimmage, just like just then. He didn't meet that guy at the line of scrimmage. He made the tackle, but he didn't meet him at the line of scrimmage. He just tackled him. So yeah, you can get 172 tackles out that mug, but if you tackle every time they got first down, you tackle them 8 yards down the field. I mean, it's pointless. And that's what we're hitting. We hitting this pointless. This about to be garbage time. If they score again, even if it's a field goal, this is going to be garbage time. Everything about to turn into garbage time. Only way we going to get back in it is we go out here and just hang it out. Just hang it out. Just keep trying to score. Keep trying to score.
And now
we had them back down.
They're two back tight end. They're 21 personnel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they finna kill the clock on us now.
They trying to kill the clock. Bijan look, man. Let's see if they can get him. If we can get a turnover right here, or if we can get us a three, or we can get a turnover on downs or some.
If we can hold them out of field goal range.
Keep them out of field goal range. Force a punt. Because they're about midfield
That's
now.
What need to happen. That's what needs to happen right now.
You got to get a sack right here or something. God. Perfect play call.
Well.
Yikes.
That's Waddle.
That was Jalen Waddle.
Nobody touched him.
Nobody touched him. Oh, man. That was a good play, too. I'm not even. It's a good play.
Let's see. Jesse Bates got cooked.
Everybody got caught slipping. They lulled him to sleep. And just that one step or two. And hell, Hightower said one man doesn't make that much of a difference, shouldn't make that much of a difference, and it shouldn't. But
that's a lie. That's not true.
That is not true, man. We already know, man. We saw it with Ray Lewis before with the Baltimore defense when they won the Super Bowl. He was out most of that year. When he came back, that defense just was humming in a different way. Having a guy that's talking it up out there. Hey, watch the cutback. Hey, watch the crosser on this. A guy who's watching that game.
You over pursuing. Slow it down.
Right. Stay home. Nothing cheap. Just the constant reminders. Like having a guy that is that extension of the coach on the field means a world of difference.
And he out there doing what he's supposed to do.
And then he's doing
that's the kicker. Right. That's the kicker. When he don't take it, like I told you before, what I noticed about Diablo, he does not take a read step. He goes to the play. Like he in the play, he in their bag. He is in their playbook. He goes to the play.
Right. Now he's not a great block shedder, but he gets to the play. He doesn't take bad angles. He doesn't take bad
but you don't have to be a block shedder if you're going to the play. Because either they gotta come to you or not. And then it's like, if I understand, if you said, if he was the cutback guy on that play, if they running away from me, I automatically know I'm the cutback guy. I got backside flow. I automatically know. So I got to slow play that, right? I can't shoot up in there and try to like I'm dang running, I'm the fastest dude out here and the strongest man out here, and no matter what I get, and I got these superpowers, so no matter what I get into, I get out of. You can't do that. Right. You got to use your brain. You got to take good angles. You might have to, angles are important in football because if a guy is already, if you get beat on an angle, it looks like you got outran. You get there and he already gone. He done left where you got to, where you trying to get to.
They only don't matter as much when you got one of those guys, like a guy who can compensate with his speed.
You got to be that dude. Like, but define Diablo as a 4-4 type of guy. But he doesn't. Some people are just 4-4 straight line speed, but he's like 4-4 quick in spaces
Stop and
too.
Go.
His
right.
Yeah, his shuttles is probably like ridiculous, stupid like numbers when he run a shuttle. But you're right. One guy should not make that much sense. Hey, two guys might. It might be.
We got several guys out. I think it's bad as much as it hurt us having Diablo out. Zach Harrison and. You said LaKale London's out too, right?
LaKale London and Walker.
Yeah.
And Billy Bolton.
We got quite a few injuries out here, so this defense does look different. But oh man, yeah,
But the linebacking is so dang on important for the interior of your defense. And if you don't emphasize that, because I don't know if they thought. I honestly felt like they thought that Troy Anderson would be back by now just because of how they talked him up in the preseason. They were talking about him. They were giving him all praise due.
Were they?
Yes,
Wow.
goodness. Oh my goodness. And this man, this is somebody that you ain't even see in the preseason, and they were still talking about it.
Right.
I'm talking about the press conferences. The defense, no, Troy, we think the more world of him. When they let Landman go, they was like, we gonna pick him over Landman. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, maybe they know more than me.
I, I
Like,
mean, at the end of the day, right? If we had Nate Landman out there right now, it wouldn't be much better.
well, I'm talking about, but see, the only thing when you get guys like Landman and stuff like that, you just have to change the way you do things. That's all. It ain't that late. You just don't put Landman in certain situations.
You're
So
gonna
you
have to put
so you
him in
had
some
to
of the
throttle
same.
out.
You're gonna put him in the
You had
same
to
situation you put in J.D. Bertrand in. Nate Landman in.
yeah, but Landman is gonna be better than JT Bertrand though,
Maybe.
as far as tackling, as far as anticipation. Uh, Bertrand has terrible anticipation skill. His anticipation is just That's what I mean, I guess, when I say I don't see anything. Because as a linebacker is you take a read step as a linebacker. You should always step into the line of scrimmage. That's your read step before you commit to whatever you're gonna do. So predicated on that little snippet of knowledge right there that you harbor. Um, your read step is what tells you where the flow is going. It's like, okay, if they lining up to the strength, you already know that. You reading that. I'm a read strength. Strong right, strong right, strong right. Okay. So if they gonna that look like he got there a little early on that one.
Yeah,
Um
Cordero Hodge had a nice catch before that, but then that play right there, we going, yeah, he got there a little. You got to catch
yeah,
that.
he
You got
got
to make
there
that
a
catch,
little
though.
early. Yeah, you still gotta make that catch, but
Mooney got to
Mooney
make
ain't
that catch, bro. Everybody, listen, I love Mooney, too. I was loving him last year. I love what he was doing coming into this year. I was like, oh, man, maybe Chicago didn't have it right with him, but he was a bit inconsistent in Chicago, too. I mean, he's been hurt now, and he's gotten a little older. But this is exactly why I'm like, yo, go get Tyler Lockett, man. Go get you another wide receiver. Come on, Cordero, you got to catch that, man. Ooh, that was a good hit, though.
Yeah, he played that right. I can't really. I mean,
The
I can't.
defensive player in me is like, oh God, nice hit. Come on, Cordero.
Yeah, that was
Catch
perfect
that,
time.
man. Hold it. Hold that, son.
That was perfect. I mean,
listen,
you
know what?
that.
He put his head on the ball.
Yeah, he can't coach. They put it on the elbow. He hit him right on that.
Good darn defensive play right there, man. I can't.
Yeah, I can't hate on that.
Mad at you for that, son.
Like I said, you can't even coach that.
Come on,
man,
ooh.
He ran backwards. That's his second time doing that. He got to stop doing.
I thought that was pitch at first almost. I was like, wait a minute, that's Cordero Hodge. Bro, you don't have that type of athleticism.
Right. At all.
Fourth and
they gotta
4.
Go for it again. Well, they gotta go for it. Ain't no way we gotta get back in this, and to put time possession is kind of.
We might
important.
be late on this one.
Oh, okay. Probably so.
I already know what happened.
Yeah, you don't sound too excited, so.
I'm not.
Yeah. That was a low percentage throw too.
I mean, where was he? Where was he about to go? I don't know.
Yeah, that was a low percentage throw. That was a super low percentage throw.
Did they come with the pressure on that one? They showing us Hodge like this is.
Well, it was a forced play.
Somebody got loose.
And that play call was doo-doo.
Look, when you getting blitzed like that, you can't go over the middle with it. So Miami is on one today, bro. Yikes! And I'm gonna totally get it in this other NFC South group I'm in. I got 3 fans that love to like follow me around and troll me. They're Buccaneers fans. Man, this is terrible by the Falcons right here. Let's see if the defense can stop them right here though. Got to be a false start.
And to
I'm sorry, I'm just throwing to Miami's. They haven't really committed a lot of They haven't turned the ball over. They're not committing a lot of penalties. You know, they not really screwing up on defense. On offense, they had like some pass interferences, but that was just to keep our rhythm thrown. So they ain't even trying to do nothing but kill the clock. No, a run play on first and what was that, 13? Yeah, they just trying to milk the clock now and possibly get in field goal range and put the nail in the coffin on our ass.
They're trying to. Man, now they got Nate Ollie getting loose.
That's crazy.
This dude about to have a career day today, the rookie, of course, but teams have been bottling him up all year. I know because I had him on my fantasy team. I dropped him because I had some other players.
That was Gordon though. You looking at something? You must be in front of me.
You said that
Gordon.
was
Gordon. 31
I said
is
Nate
Gordon.
Ollie. I meant Ollie Gordon. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Nate Ollie is our defensive is our defensive line.
Right. Yeah, that's our
right.
coach.
Ollie Gordon. Big play right there.
Yeah, K. Nell's been making plays like this all day, and this type of shit that you want him doing though, like attacking the line of scrimmage linebacker. That's the type of linebacker he is. But there's like nobody. He was babysitting last week, but he kind of cut him loose. Now he's like, look, I ain't finna look bad with you. I'm gonna go do my thing. And you could tell how he playing now. Cause he was babysitting Bertrand last week, but no, he out there. He playing. He playing his game now. So let's see what happens now. I mean, it's kind of out of hand now. But no, I ain't gonna say you can score 20. You can score.
We could come back, but we gonna have.
Score 21 points. What's his name did it last week?
Right, it could happen. I don't know how much I think that Zach Robinson can.
Yeah, I mean, given our circumstance, it's not like we've been getting gouged in these plays. That last Waddle touchdown, that wasn't supposed to happen. That was AJ Terrell. That was really to me it was base. That would have sealed. That's what sealed it right there. The fumble, Bijan. So we could go coach this, coach that, but this is some shit, piss poor execution. And usually when we do this is what it is. But the coaches are gonna get blamed. I'm gonna say that. That's what they're gonna do. The coaches are absolutely positively gonna get blamed for this one.
Well, I mean, they do deserve some fault in that. Your team got to be prepared. We got talent.
Yes, they got, but that talent doesn't translate if the players missing tackles, misreading, running through the wrong hole. That's not what you was coached up to do. That's just what you out there doing. So here we go. Zach Robinson needs to be fired, and Raheem is now on the hot seat. Jeremy Campbell Ivy said that. Raheem seems a little frustrated. That was clearly first out. I already said that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the. It seems like I'm a little bit behind on some of the group chat. Yeah, so keep them coming for me.
Okay.
And shout out to everybody who's still sticking with us right now, man. Guys, don't get too discouraged. Like, these are growing pains. It does suck. Falcons have definitely been not great.
Yeah, you gotta go through to get through with this stuff. It's gonna be days like this. It might be a bunch of them back to back.
Special teams are a damn joke. That's Derek. Season's done being real. I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at the sentiments on that. It does look bad.
Yeah.
You
This is almost as bad as the Carolina game, if you want to know the truth. This is but we goose egged in the Carolina game. We only kicked 3 points in this one.
I don't know which one. I don't think this is as bad as the Carolina game because you do
I
have
said
some.
almost. I said almost, bro.
Well,
That's
no,
a-
and the
almost
only reason I say it's not is because you got guys that are out, right? You got
Okay.
guys out this game, so
All right.
you know why some of the stuff is what it is with some of the players being out, but yeah, it's ugly though.
This is not cool.
Yeah, still no points on the board. I mean, 3 points ain't
Yep.
good.
Field goal. We kicked the field goal. They are in field. I think they're in field goal range, and it's a big run. Yeah.
My fantasy team is doing great with the way he's playing, but yikes, you can't.
I mean, ain't nobody out there.
And this is why James Zach Harrison hurts you so bad being out right now because you got James Pierce Jr. playing extended time out there on the edge, and so now you don't have that.
I mean, he's still the edge, but they ran right underneath him.
But yeah, but if you got a big edge, he could kind of like force some of that stuff a little bit more. So I don't think the defense is the problem today still though.
No, if you see the problem, I mean, if you leave the defense out there, eventually they're gonna wear them down.
They're gonna wear him down.
Yeah, but then the offense keep three and out. I mean, that keeps putting them out there, and it's not like I mean, you can't. I mean, yeah, the Dolphins might not have been playing good, but Tua's not a bum. They don't need him doing that. He might haven't been fragile in his career at times, but he's not a bum.
I'm not mad at the idea of Zach Robinson getting fired, like Jeremy said in the chat. I don't think you do it right now. I don't know that you could do it right now. I mean, who's up next? Oh gosh,
TJ Yates. TJ Yates is up.
So yeah, that's what I was going to say. TJ Yates is the passing game coordinator. TJ Yates has been here through 2 coaching staffs, so obviously there's something good about him. I wouldn't be mad if they did get rid of him. That's a terrible play right there. This is why I say you gotta go get you a linebacker, man. Go get you Jamie Sherwood.
Yeah, we need a linebacker. You gotta sell out for a linebacker if you plan on doing anything this year. You gotta sell out.
Them boys tired, man. They getting worn down out there, man. They just 55. What they got a linebacker out there playing? They brought a linebacker on offense because 55 is not a. That was a hell of a block he put on Jesse Bates, man.
Mm-hmm. Spring that play, but how did he get an ISO like that? Because there ain't nobody over there. How did he get that ISO? They just must be not communicating out there at all. How did he get that? I had to see that play again. How would he get that level, that kind of ISO?
Yeah,
that was embarrassing.
That was not a fat boy. That was some of that Mike Vrabel bringing in a linebacker.
Yeah.
On offense,
to play
that's what
tight
it looked
end.
like to me.
Yeah, because he had to be playing tight end, right? And all he was that's his only job was to kick that out. And if they were loading up to help Mike Hughes over there with Waddle or anything like that, that play gonna be wide open. I'm telling you, because that was the ISO. There was nobody out there but Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates, the only person could have made that play. And that is not ever supposed to happen. How you got an ISO with 2 people on one? That's crazy. There was no man on man or nothing. Nobody was over there. No linebacker, no nothing.
Yeah, it's an ugly game, man. It's an ugly game.
Yep.
Yeah, it says season's done.
You can fire all the coaches you want to, and they still probably gonna play games like this. You can bring in whoever you want to. You're not rescuing nothing right now. Nothing is this shit. You might as well just let it. No.
Maybe.
What? Okay, well, give me a scenario where this turns around. Give me one good scenario where this turns around.
Well, okay, so you're right. Firing a coach right now, I don't know. I mean, maybe T.J. Yates calls a better offensive philosophy. Maybe T.J. Yates comes in and he has those guys firing off, playing with their, like, if you can empower these guys and get them believing that they can go out here and, because Miami does not have a good run defense. Like that was one of the weaknesses of their team. So they definitely got it together and got fired up for this game.
Right.
We I don't think we have any injuries on the offensive line. So I'm not understanding not being able to run the ball the way we are. And to be honest, I mean, they were stopping a lot of the stuff. I mean, we had the fumble with Bijan. Zach Robinson's play calling is bad, so we don't know what would happen with that. So I can't say that, but defensively, it's too many injuries.
Because Yanks ain't never really been the play caller before.
Right. I mean, I don't know that T.J. Yates does a worse job. He's been with two different regimes, so I don't know if he was pass game coordinator on both of them. He's our passing game coordinator right now. I think he was wide receivers coach, and he might have been passing game coordinator under Arthur Smith as well too. He was not the quarterback coach, but yeah, this is ugly right now, man. They got look.
Yeah, this garbage time.
Yeah,
this straight up garbage time. They ain't gonna do nothing but just back off and just kind of just let the time run out. That's all they can do now. 30-3. 31-3, excuse me.
31-3. Yikes. Look, I said Kyle Pitts might go for 100 this game. He is not going for 100, but he's going to have like 7 to 10 catches or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is ugly, man. You got 2nd and 5 here. I know we're probably behind everybody out there watching them still. Bijan. Whew. Yeah, I might as well go ahead and check out what some of the people are saying in the chat.
Right.
In the Falcons.
I'm gonna watch this series right here and just hope that we can get something. It's a first down.
Yeah, that turnover threw us off.
Ain't got one. Yeah, that fumble was rough. That was our moment to get back in it. The fumble kind of threw it off.
Derek, what's your thoughts about the special teams? I don't know that they were necessarily terrible in my opinion today. They definitely didn't get us any huge plays, but what's your thoughts about special teams out there, Derek? Tell us in the chat. Because I remember you saying special teams is a joke, and I'm not necessarily debating you on that either. Special teams has not been so great. That's why when G Money was asking me about Agnew, I'm like, he's all right. He's not the
If I go get a guy and bring him in, like if I draft a special teams guy and they doing what Agnew doing, fine. But if I go get a guy and bring him in as a special teams guy, nah, bro.
Right.
I'm just bro, you gotta do more than that.
Right. It's like, oh, he's this, he's that. Like it sounded so hopeful in the preseason.
Right.
Well. So,
he's frustrated. I saw him that last play, all that shit. He got up mad, cause that's nothing. You're not gonna get nothing with that. You gonna get a couple of short yards jukes. You gonna it'll be a beautiful highlight reel, right? Beautiful highlight, all the jukes and stuff.
right.
But you're not actually getting anywhere. You're not actually doing nothing. Put your foot in the ground and get vertical. I don't care if you don't get a bunch of yards. If you get vertical. If you get 5, if 5 yards is all you can get, that's vertical. It's vertically 5 yards. Right. And sometimes if you're running vertically, if you just make one move, especially if you got any type of speed, and Agnew obviously has speed, and you get vertical, you're really hurting them because I got to take a great angle to come get you. So
all that dancing around, that's never a good return person for me.
Yeah,
I like
nah,
that
I totally agree.
Nathan Carter. I like that Nathan Carter when he did that one return because he put his foot in the ground and he just went and burped.
Agreed. Yeah, I
Yep.
do feel as though a lot of the guys that we've had that have been, a lot of the reserve kick return guys and the guys who've stepped in for Agnew have done a better job than Agnew has done as a kick returner this year.
Yeah, it's time that project is dead. For
Yeah,
me.
I don't feel like he's necessarily added anything tremendous.
And it kills me because he took a roster spot that he
He
shouldn't
took
have
a roster spot. That's kind of where I'm at with it. It's like, dude took a roster spot, man. Like you're
Right.
that's
And
an
it's no
experience.
day to him, but he's not what I thought. I mean, he probably could. Man, he's an NFL ball player. There's no shade on him to that, but if that's what because he's not like a wide receiver or nothing. I mean, they got him on the wide receiver list, but it's like, for what? Like, nah. Might as well grab one of them other guys and let them return it. Nate or somebody, Nate Carter or somebody like that. Somebody who actually can do some stuff. Like, he might get some reps at running back. But Agnew, he ain't getting no reps at wide receiver. None. He won't get not one rep at wide receiver. So all they bought him his for was the return. It was Ray Ray.
That's one thing that they was kind of selling us on was that he was going to get some receiver reps so he could be a potential weapon out there. I was a bit skeptical about it. I mean, I buy into. Listen, I took it at face value. I wasn't necessarily optimistic about it, but took it at face value and was like, okay, well, they say he could be another offensive weapon out there with some things. I was
like Ray Ray. Ray Ray was bought in to be a returner, but he turned into more than just being a returner.
I never thought Ray Ray was so great as a returner anyway, and I felt like I was concerned when we started the season again with Ray Ray as our third receiver. I was like, really?
Yeah, I think Ray J just snapped 1 year and then one.
I never felt like he was that. I never felt like he was that great of a third receiver. I feel like you could get more out of Kyle Pitts in general.
He made some big plays. He made some big plays. We'll say that, but it's like
he made some
those
key
are
plays.
snaps. Yeah, those are snaps. You know, my fear with Ray Ray is always he don't handle that ball very well. He's subject to turn it over. He got the drops. He dropped that ball in the Super Bowl on that kick. He the one that dropped. Remember they had the turnover when he played for San Francisco. He turned the ball over.
Yeah,
that's him. And that's him. That's what he do. Even it was been a couple plays last year where I was like, my heart dropped. Then when he was you know, and that's always my thing with him. And beyond that, having him, he should be more of a change of pace guy. Like somebody, okay, if he was out there making plays, he shouldn't be the third receiver.
Ray McLeod should be a fourth receiver on most teams. Like everywhere.
Right.
He was on 2 or 3 teams before. He played for San Francisco. He played for 2 other teams prior to coming here.
47, and they ran that. Oh man, okay, yeah. Bro, I wasn't in on the fire to do, but I think you walk him down. You know, you kind of, yeah. I don't think.
What kind of play was that?
The 7 and they ran that 4th and 7, like 4th and 7, 4th and 7, 4th and 7, 4th and 7.
Now that's my thing. Now this is the type of the stuff that Kirk does, right? And he walked off the field snapping it. Come on, bro. Like you threw that. And wasn't the best play call either. I don't know why you're calling a bubble screen with another guy out there, or some type of. It's not quite a screen.
That was 4th and 7.
Yeah, it's not a screen. It's just like.
That was an ISO. That was a screen. That was an ISO. They isolated. So you just turn the oh my god, he just threaded that needle. You turn the receiver into a blocker, so you got a 1-on-1. So only one guy can make the tackle. And me and you have talked about that. And Pitts do not play as big as he is.
Right.
He don't do it. He let one man bring him to the ground. Drake London don't even do that. Drake ain't big as Pitts, and it take 3 people to bring Drake to the ground. You got to go tackle with Julio. I know you've been with Julio. Tackling Julio was like tackling a horse.
and he not big as Pitts. So imagine Pitts is 6'6", 250,
No.
260, whatever.
Well, yeah, okay, I got you. You're right. Like you said, he's not as big as Pitts, so yeah.
Who you talking about?
No, you said Julio. He
Julio was
tackling
hard
him
as
like
hell.
tackling a horse, and he's not as big as Pitts, and that's accurate. That's 100% accurate.
Right. So Pitts for me, man, my mom, if I'd have been that big, your mama would have been mad with me. You hear me?
Agreed.
I'm talking about, man, I'd have been punishing dudes out there.
Right.
Man, mushing them. I'd have been, man, he bigger than Pitts is literally bigger than Derrick Henry, bro. He might be lean with it, but that's muscle.
So we're taking a slacking right now. The Bills are really beating up on the Panthers right now. We needed this win because it's not good.
Yeah, we need all of them. To be honest
We
with
definitely
you.
need all of them. Now we really need Tampa Bay to lose today to the Saints.
They're not gonna lose to the Saints. They not, man. They're gonna beat the
Listen,
brakes on the Saints.
The only reason somebody would have said we was going to lose to this team is because we were the Falcons, and that's just we were been falconing. They just expect us to do that, but
we didn't falcon last week. We didn't falcon this week.
Right. So we weren't supposed to lose to this team either. So you can't go off of that. And it's a division team. It's a division opponent. I hesitate to say rival because
I definitely stand corrected. I stand corrected. I think I'm just frustrated, so you gonna get a real negative. I'm vibrating real.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that, man.
Yeah, I'm vibrating real low right now with this crap I'm looking at. I put all this Atlanta stuff on because I want these guys to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? They come out here and lay a dang. Basically, they lay their egg because all we got is 3 points.
They got punked.
We didn't lay that.
That's why I said this is a worse game than the Carolina game. And I really blame a lot of it.
I thought you were saying the Carolina game was worse. Okay.
Say again?
I thought you were saying the Carolina game was worse.
I did say that at first, but now at the time I felt like the Carolina game was worse. This is probably worse because we look like as the game goes on, we're starting to get punked right now.
Yeah. They're dabbing hands and shit. Nah, bro. Talk to nobody after getting shellacked like this.
Right. I ain't slapping no dap, bro. I don't care if you made a good play or not, homie.
Nah, I ain't even into y'all. I ain't even want it like that.
Ain't no cool. Ain't no. And what Project Project Pat said, F that. Ain't nobody cool.
Right.
I'm mad that we lose.
Yeah, I'm finna act like I feel.
Now I will say I wanted Mike Vrabel as a coach. I'm still not upset about Raheem being here. I'm not saying that we can't do something, but I do worry about these type of lapses. I do worry about these type of. You could see.
Oh, the coach is taking the blame for this. I don't. Even if it ain't
take
all
the blame for this.
They gonna take the blame, the falls. The coaches is gonna be the ones. They're always gonna be the first ones on the chopping block. Okay. Even when the player go out and drop 5 balls, it's the coach's fault.
G-Dub,
so
I got you on ISO camera right now. Do you think they shouldn't take a blame for this?
Oh no, they have to take some accountability. But what my point is, it ain't all the accountability. Like I said, a player could go out there and drop 5 balls, right?
Fair.
5 balls, and then everybody gonna say, "Oh, the coach, right?"
Right.
So let's talk about what we really happened. Okay. When Keyshawn dropped that ball, that broke our back. When Leonard Floyd, the 15-yard face mask, that was a backbreaker. When Mooney didn't run his route, and whoever that was broke off their route, and somebody came back, and when Mooney didn't go on his route, those were touchdowns, right? So, but all that stuff they're gonna go to coach. Now, I'm not saying the coach doesn't have to take some accountability, but football is a effort. It's a team effort sport. So whatever you tell the guy on the sideline, he has to go out there and execute, and it has to translate on the field, right?
So if it doesn't translate on the field, they're not gonna go and cut the head off of the player. They're not gonna do that. The player's gonna make it. The player ain't gotta worry about nothing till his contract roll back around. But that coach, he gonna get the blame. He gonna get assaulted. He gonna get abused.
So
I don't care if somebody go out there and drop 5 points.
So let me stop you right there. You said some key things. You said if the route ain't there, break this off. Kurt Warner said previously, yeah, this team, the offense is a little bland with the option routes. Those type of things. So those things are coaching. You know what I mean? Like how you're going to deal with the blitz.
Yeah, they're coachable moments, but it's like that's predicated now with Kurt not being there, and then like Atlanta's not one of those teams where they go, well, we're gonna give the second team quarterbacks some reps, right? So they can all get on the same page. They don't do that. So you don't get no first team reps until so you could tell Kirk Cousins' frustration and them not. You could tell they hadn't been playing together. It was damn sure enough obvious.
Right.
When he was, when his whole body language was, even when Mooney didn't break off and they put the camera on Kurt was doing just like this, which means and I'm pretty sure Mooney was looking at him and he saw his body language and he didn't have to go to say nothing to Mooney because Mooney knew what he meant. So those stuff that's coachable shit, and this is like this is basically Kurt's first start for the since whatever. So everybody got it. And offense is the hardest thing to get to click because offense is about timing, whether it be offensive line, whether it be running back, because you got to know how the hole going to open up. If it's a slow developing play, you got to be patient, wait for the hole to open up in front before you accelerate. Whether it be pass plays, when you got to know when to break off your route, you got to know it's timing. So offense is the hardest thing to get timing down. Defense is like you said. Now it's you said some key shit, right? And the key shit you said was it sucks to say that one guy is that damn important, but I'll be damned. I wouldn't have said it either. But after seeing what I seen when Diablo goes down, I see we did not have an answer at linebacker, and that shit is killing our defense. Because
definitely didn't have an answer at linebacker, and. Yeah, I would at least have to try Josh. I mean, I would have to try that shit. You gotta right now at this point in time. This is mix it up and try some shit. I ain't talking about try some shit without the starters. Leave the starters in there and try. You gotta try it. You gotta try some shit because Bertrand ain't it. Hey, listen,
guys,
you definitely can't run J.D. Bertrand out there next week. I mean. And if you got to run
Brick been that guy all this while, but if you running back out there, Brick, I hope you're watching. I hope you get this. And you hear what I'm saying? Brick, they gonna have your head if you run that boy back out there. You can't put him back out there like that.
So I will say this, because you got to play the best player. If the best player is J.D. Bertrand,
that's bad business.
You got to go get you a guy.
Yeah, you got to sell out for that. You got
to
the
get
damn.
Guy.
I don't care if you get. I don't care. I mean, yeah, you got to do something.
Because a linebacker, right, by definition, just not even being corny, man, but like you backing up the line. If they're wrong, you make them right.
I think Evans still out there. Evans is better than Bertrand.
I don't know.
The guy from Tennessee.
I don't know about that.
Evans is way better than Bertrand.
Does he start for Tennessee right now?
He did. He started for us year before last.
You talking about like 3-4 years ago. Like where? Because he was already older then.
He played last year, and then he just didn't get picked up in free agency.
Who did he play with last year?
I forgot.
Because he wasn't with us last year.
No, he got cut, but then he went somewhere. It was like New York or somewhere. It was one of the teams that sucked last year, so he didn't get no airplay, but he was on the squad last year.
I think he was with New York before us, and we brought him over here, or maybe he did go to New York.
He was Tennessee. He was in Tennessee.
He was definitely in Tennessee before us. I feel like he went to New York for a year or two. He might have went to New York last year, and he was not. Either way,
I think he was like New York. Yeah, he went somewhere that they weren't that good. He went somewhere.
He wasn't good, and he didn't have anything, and it was crazy that we had to even rely on him. So.
He better than Bertrand, and you can get him for the dirt cheap.
I don't know about that. He's not even in the league anymore, is he?
That's only because he didn't get picked up this year.
Why he didn't get picked up?
Right, last year, last year. Okay, in my opinion, this is just opinion. In my opinion, the draft for linebackers, not this year, not 2005, but 2004 was crazy. It was so many really, really good linebackers in that draft that pretty much pushed out guys that were kind of towing the line. Cause look, let me show you something. You're gonna trip out on this. Because Debo is down there in Tampa. Debo Jones.
Right.
Deion Jones is down there in Tampa.
Not starting.
And that is no, he doesn't start. But shit, you can plug Debo into this shit and it will fucking go. Cause this is the type of defense for him.
Perhaps.
This is his type of defense.
Perhaps.
You can do it. Campbell is out there. Campbell, they mad at Campbell for that because he walked off the field because he didn't wanna fill in the blanks for Green. Kinlaw.
San Francisco.
Not Kinlaw, but for I forgot that boy name tore up his Achilles.
Fred Warner.
But he didn't want it wasn't Fred Warner, it was the other one.
Kinlaw.
He ain't
Kinlaw.
No, Kinlaw was a defensive lineman.
No, you're right. You're right. It was Greenlaw. It was Greenwood.
Greenlaw. Green something.
Greenlaw.
Yeah, him. He didn't want to. So Campbell is in free agency. So if we really want to bite the bullet and win some games, shit, man. F what they talking about, bruh. Go get the man. He's fast enough. He ain't no liability in coverage or nothing. The boy can play. There's some cats out there that can make this thing go that are way better than Bertrand. Bertrand, bro, I promise you, I'm not being disrespectful. I was last week. I probably was like, cause I was like, I don't see nothing, and I was saying that. I'm saying, bro, I don't see anything. I just don't. He's not the answer. I just don't see anything, right? So, but now after seeing this, I'm like, it's time to move on past this.
It was not disrespectful last week to say that. He had some very questionable skills. It was masked a little bit more last year. This is why I say that I don't think that Nate Landman would have been that much better, because when Nate Landman got hurt last year and Troy Anderson was hurt and we brought Bertrand out there, and I will eat crow for this. I said, JD Bertrand, he looks a little promising. He's making some plays. He's doing this. He's doing that. But then the next couple weeks after that, he's doing it looks even worse this year. He was doing the same stuff he's doing now, getting eat up in the wash, getting blocked, not being able to shed blocks at all.
Got it.
Actually, no, he did not get it.
No, he didn't. He missed it.
Yikes.
He had it, though. It was in his hands. It was in his hands. I thought he had it. He dove. Who was that? Washington?
I want to say it was Franks, but it might be Washington.
It might be. That's Franks.
I thought that was Franks. Yeah.
He had it. It was in his hand.
I'm not mad at him.
This is the day with nothing to go. They took Tua out.
Of course.
I ain't mad with him.
Yikes.
They probably still ain't gonna slow down.
No. They still spanking them boys out there.
Yeah. They didn't take the starters out.
Not it, man.
Nah, he ain't. I don't know who.
When's the last time you seen a linebacker from Notre Dame be any good? And mind you, I know that Watts came from Notre Dame as a safety, but
yeah, but that's not a lot. You said linebacker specific.
Right. When's the last time you seen a linebacker from? Teo wasn't necessarily great in the league.
You got to be specific with Bertrand. Bertrand is a Mike, so you got to be specific. I've seen some good outside linebackers.
No, facts. You're right about that.
I've never seen a good Mike come out of and Bertrand is not playing like a Mike. He doesn't do anything that gives me Mike linebacker. If I'm Bertrand's coordinator, I would be a little more
Yep, to play him at a strong side linebacker than a Mike linebacker. Mike linebacker, that's a lot of bang bang down in that middle, and he just don't give me that. He don't give me a bang bang type of guy.
I
But
mean,
even in this,
I think essentially, I think that essentially, Caden Ellis is the Mike linebacker now. He is the number one linebacker, the primary linebacker.
yeah, but Caden Ellis don't play like a Mike.
He
A
plays
Mike
more
is
like he could do he could do what you want
he
JD
can play.
Bertrand to do
He
more.
probably like Clay Matthews, like where you could just line him up anywhere in that
He's
area.
solid.
Like
He's a solid middle linebacker. He's not a Pro Bowler. He's not as good in coverage as Divine Diablo. He's not as good as a read and react guy. He's not as athletic. He's not as good of a block shedder. But he's still better at all of those things than JD Bertrand.
okay, well, okay, let's be proactive about this.
And so
We actually
we're
have
kind
a
of saying
guy.
the same things, but just saying.
We are. So but let me be proactive about this now. We have a guy that is a Mike in Jalen Walker. So you move Jalen Walker to the Mike, and you get what you get.
Is Jalen Walker is Jalen Walker a bona fide Mike linebacker?
Yes, he can do it.
Okay.
Now, wait. Let me say this right here. I think you might, the way you're asking me, I'm gonna answer it the way you're asking me. Is he a bona fide Mike? He's an ATH, far as defense go, right? So, is he bona fide? Like when you say bona fide, that means that's what they do. That's just like a JPP. JPP is defensive end.
No,
That's what he.
I don't mean it like that. I just mean like, can he play?
Okay,
he can play them. I think he's better at Mike linebacker than JD Bertrand. The second thing is, can you get him on the field? Because he can do what you would want. He actually does a lot of what you want. He actually does a lot of what Caden Ellis could do, and I'm sure he could do a lot of what Divine Diablo does. He's kind of like a gap bridger between what both of those guys does.
Right.
Can he get healthy? Can he get on the field?
That's it. That's the only thing, though. So
can he get back
that
on the field?
he probably be there before Troy Anderson. He beat Troy Anderson back to the field. So being proactive about it, and then if you look at the defense and the way that like Mike linebacker has to play, he plays that anyway. You're just changing his position. You're not changing his role. You're just changing his position, right? So you just give him more of that inept responsibility of guardianship and let Caden Ellis spin it. Or you can put Caden Ellis at the Mike linebacker and give Walker the inept, all that crazy stuff. Let him do the freestyling and make all the plays and do all that Luke Kuechly stuff, right? So you can change. Now you got a freaking frack type of situation. He's fast enough, definitely strong enough, big enough. He's 250. So he's studying everything up in there. He knows football. His daddy was a coach, so it's not like it's this whole onslaught of integration that has to come about. And if you leave Caden Ellis as the green dot, that ain't gonna matter either, right? So you ain't even gotta put all that green dot stuff on it. So it just works in your favor, being proactive. And then I still would go out and get another linebacker. Like I said, I just dive into the deep end of the pool with another linebacker. You know, low cost, low risk, high return. That's what I would do. Straight up, straight down, no problem.
I mean, definitely would go get another linebacker right now.
Definitely, even if none of that, everything I just said, I would still put that in motion. But
I guess it all depends on how, like you said, if you're gonna, and this is why I would probably not trade Ebiketie. I would just go ahead and put Walker out there.
I try Ebiketie at linebacker.
No. You can't do it.
Why you say that?
Hey, he doesn't have the lateral speed and change of direction and quickness. He can't. Hell, he's almost a lot. He doesn't do a good job of dropping into pass coverage as well as Leonard Floyd or James Pierce
when he
Jr.
runs black zone. What you saying? Yeah.
Yeah, so he can't really peel on
But
those.
the only reason why I said that, which I jumped down there on the deep end of the
Malone,
ocean.
I do Malone.
Only Malone would be.
But I don't think Malone is going to be better at linebacker than J.D. Bertrand.
Hear what I'm saying? Hear what I'm saying? Okay, right. And I don't disagree with that. But the only reason why I say that is because the way that Ebiketie play anyway, he plays defensive end like a linebacker that would be coming up to blitz. That's how he plays the shit anyway. It's not like he doesn't jump off the page at me as a defensive end. He doesn't. That's the only reason why I said that.
Well, we play him at outside linebacker. I mean, he's essentially an outside linebacker in this defense, and that's what he is. I mean,
which is basically a 34 defense. What they call them, defensive ends. But none of them call them linebackers. They still call them linebackers. They still call them linebackers.
He's a 3-4 edge.
But it's just the way he plays it. Yeah, that's your 3-34. That's right. But it's like that's how he plays it anyway. He plays it like that.
He doesn't play like a middle linebacker though.
Not necessarily. No, he doesn't.
He doesn't play anything like an off-ball linebacker.
He plays like a linebacker. He kind of does play. He does play defensive end like a linebacker, but he doesn't play like an off-ball. You're right. He doesn't play like an off-ball linebacker.
Yeah,
J.D. Bertrand don't play like an off-ball. J.D. Bertrand plays like a safety.
He is better at all-ball linebacker than Ebiketie is going to be, or D'Angelo Malone. I saw another guy who was saying that all the summer, like, yeah, put D'Angelo Malone. He could play linebacker too. I'm like, no, he can't. And if he was that good at linebacker, they would have put him out there at Mike instead of having J.D. Bertrand out there.
The only guy you probably could switch up in this scenario would be Jalen Walker. That's your switch up, change up guy.
That's your switch up, and that's why I wouldn't trade Ebiketie. I just let him keep doing what he's doing, play him for what he's worth. If you can get him at a somewhat cheap rate, like I don't think he's going to hit the open market and get more than he would get in Atlanta potentially, or specifically more than Atlanta's willing to give him. Somebody might overpay, but I don't think he's like. I don't think somebody looks at him and is like, "Oh yeah, that's going to be our edge guy." Like I don't think that they're like, "Oh."
Well, that's why I was saying if we can get a 3 for him, you kind of got to go for that.
Fair enough.
Because a 3 is high for him.
You got Nathan Carter out there now. Yeah.
Getting his little backs up.
Yeah, that was a shellacking right there.
Yeah, that was not good. There was nothing good about that.
Nothing good about that.
That was not what's supposed to happen today. You take a game, they take tune-up games and turn them into. It's the second tune-up game we should have had. That the team come out and play their Super Bowl on our ass.
Agreed.
Carolina and this team turn around and did. They was 6-1 when they come out and bust our head to the white meat.
Yeah.
I think Carolina hadn't won nothing when they bust our head. Everybody was saying,
Carolina was looking bad. You might be right. They might not have won anything. That was kind of early still.
They hadn't won none. So everybody, Kirk gonna come out and throw for 300 yards. We didn't even run the ball. We didn't hit that soft spot, that sweet spot we needed to hit.
So look, there goes this offense would be better with Kirk under the helm because I don't think it did better today than it would have done with Michael Penix.
So it ain't the quarterback. Kurt is a good quarterback, and we already seen how good.
I think that Michael Penix is a good quarterback. I don't think that he's better.
Yeah, I'm saying both of them. We got 2 good quarterbacks, so they're not the problem. It's not the quarterbacks.
That's fair.
It's Zach Robinson. It's got to be Zach.
Definitely going with
so
that.
If Head's got to roll, Zach is the weak link on the whole entire team right now, right? He's the weak link.
Right.
So you got to kind of show up with that. Well, the Jets locked in one with the Bengals.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset if they did get rid of Zach Robinson right now. I don't know if you do that right now.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, wow, it's hard for me to believe you saying that. I'm just saying. So in retrospect, you get rid of Zach, right?
Um, you elevate Yates. Most likely Yates. You
Right.
elevate Yates to your play caller. Um, and I mean, something gotta give because you can't have a loss like this and go stand before people and nothing changes, right? You can't do that. If you do that, then you as a head coach, you run the risk of your head. You can get your head chopped off in all this. And that Dan Quinn showed us, like, even because when Sarkisian was here and we went to the playoffs with Sarkisian, it still was kind of rough. So shit, Dan Quinn said it ain't gonna be me. So he fired Sarkisian, and Sark, I don't know why, because we went to the playoffs with Sarkisian. We was one play off with Philadelphia, and we still didn't get it. We didn't get it with that one play in Philadelphia and went on to win the Super Bowl that particular year. So, but Sarkisian was fired after only 1 year. So if Zach Robinson gets fired, I wouldn't be surprised. And T.J. Yates gets elevated, that would not be that would come as no surprise because he's already been pulled out of the booth, right? So what else can you do? And there's obviously something ain't clicking over there. It's not the quarterbacks. Definitely ain't the run game. The offense struggled a little bit, but when the the offensive line struggled a little bit. But when the offensive line struggled a little bit, you change your play call to help those people. There's plays you can call to help the offensive line, like those screens. All that's what they were doing to us. They were throwing all those screens on us because our defense is so aggressive, and we were tearing their offensive line ass up. So
G-Dub, you there? Well, family, tough loss. You definitely got to do some soul searching after that. Offense was just never able to ever really get it together during that game. And we could not establish the run to save our lives. They were sitting on everything we were doing. I'm not sure if you get rid of the offensive coordinator, but I would be open to getting rid of the offensive coordinator in this scenario. They just didn't come out and do. They definitely didn't execute the way that they needed to execute. Players didn't seem prepared. Didn't look like the coaching staff had the team prepared, but the players also didn't execute as well either. We were down several players. Like we said, Jalen Walker was out. We also had Mikael London out. We had James Harrison out. Not James Harrison. Zach Harrison out. Of course, Divine Diablo out. Billy Bowman out. This defense had several just key players, 6 or 7 key players that were just totally out. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, like, moving forward. There's a chance, there's a strong chance that we could definitely see Zach Robinson get fired moving forward. Raheem's definitely on the hot seat, so we'll see what happens. But stay tuned. Terrible game, though. Terrible game for the Falcons. Point game official, C-Mo to C. Mitchell. Falcons Bird Bath.